with one shot.
I'm sure Mangler is creaming himself as we speak.
I saw that we have a time space key, and I'm just like, oh no, what's that used for?
Alright.
I'm gonna laugh if it's used for the exact same thing as the Sam Samurai, but it's like the opposite. Let me know when I.
You can start. You can start. No. Damn it, I've literally been here for like the last 20 minutes. Also, fix that fucking reverb.
What reverb?
Hang on. Okay, so for some reason I'm echoing on your PlayStation screen.
Is it echoing now?
Yes. Hang on.
Hold on. How's that?
Hello, hello?
Am I still reverbing?
No, it seems to have fixed it.
Ah, good.
Alright.
English.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's right. Get up and start continuing to the next one.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to play it in Spanish so you can tell us what it says?
No, no, I don't think that'd be appreciated. No.
Show us your Espanol.
Why do you say it like that?
What?
You
Espanol.
Espanol. Don't say it like that. You say it all gross.
What do you mean I say it all gross?
You say it gross. I can't say this any other way. I'm sorry.
Espanol.
Stop saying it so gross, please.
Espanol?
Oh, you're just making it worse. Did I already use that guy earlier? Fuck, I think I did.
No, it's not a new one. Why not?
Oh yeah, you must be devastated to not just start a new one. I'm so sorry we're putting you through this.
As you fucking should.
You're the one who asked.
Yes.
No subtitles?
This game doesn't have them.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes, that's something they rectify with 2.
Well, Kyle, tell us the story. Don't be shy now.
Shh. Samos is talking.
So is this just like hippie central?
And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of Green Eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Jack, old green stuff told us not to
He doesn't seem too happy about the whole situation. I'm vaguely familiar with this game.
You're probably more familiar than I am then. Oh, fun fact. He's actually voiced by Dee Snider from Twisted Sister.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm sure she's a really good character. She's got nice personality.
Of course you think so. Although I think all the like main girls fucking look the same way body type wise. Except for fucking that one green haired chick. Dude, are you skipping shit or is this just the actual game?
This is just the actual game.
Oh, stupid precursor junk. What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crap? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? Jack, I think we're in trouble!
Does he fall in the dark eco? Yeah. Nice work, Jack. You just mutilated your best friend.
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay, okay. I'm fine. I'm fine.
The game's had a good sense of humor.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go, Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath. A bathtub filled with dark liquor.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna get me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement.
That's fucked.
Besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person.
That's something that's consistent across all these games, is that the humor is spot on.
You to your previous form, Carl Acheron, the sage, but he lives far to the north.
Hang on, I want to hire a little bit.
To the north.
Because there's no fucking subtitles.
Ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't.
I've got the voices as high as I can.
None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. Where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few
So,
should do the trick. And I bet
what is this, like a fetch quest now?
just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
You've pretty much just narrowed this game down to its bare bone basics.
You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dog-gooey eco stuff, will we? 'Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
He's so rude to his only students. That's not a very good teacher.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
I'm sure none of it will be useful.
I need to change the camera. Am I stuck with this camera? Oh no! Oh no! I'm stuck with inverted controls.
What?
I'm stuck with inverted controls.
Good. Suffer.
Fuck you.
No.
God, this is good. Okay, let's see if I can get used to it.
You're the one who suggested starting with this one as well, so now we're gonna force you to go through it. If I'm gonna,
We kind of have to, and it kind of gives me an excuse to actually finish it for once.
that's the only reason you're doing this, I know.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers...
We are not doing like the 100% ending. Like fuck that. Once the credits roll the first time, we're moving on.
Oh, is there an alternate? Oh, is the alternate ending them going to the future or something?
No, the alternate ending leads into like the start of Jack 2, but I'll just fucking fill you in.
Kyle.
I am not 100%ing this game. Fuck that. I don't even have the patience to not 100% it.
tumor.
Kyle, come on. It's history of, you know, it's gaming history, you know?
So is Pong. What's your point? I don't want to play Pong.
You'll want to hit things
Hey,
with
Pong's pretty bomb.
To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air and then dive down onto it, hands first.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
Yes, the lurkers. Whoever the fuck those are. You need what, 18 more?
Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
That's Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Alright, Kyle, did you hear that? Did you hear what Blue Eagle does, Kyle?
Notice how each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power. This is a precursor door. It can
I never could have guessed.
opened by approaching the door while channeling Blue Eco through your
I will say the game did have a good style choice when they actually designed it. Very stylistic.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Don't fall off now.
I'd cry.
So then, in order to go forward, you have to go back, or is just the camera inverted?
No, it's just the camera.
Oh, it's not so bad, you big baby.
The Blue Eco caused the door to open.
No, that's so archaic.
Blue Eco, you can breathe energy.
At least you can swim in this one.
Precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
Jack and Daxter, let's go. Yeah, Kyle's just loving his time going through it. You can hear the excitement
Yeah.
just rolling off of him.
Oh my god, fucking get on there.
See? He loves it.
Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health.
You know, considering he's the sage of green eco, you'd think he would be more than happy to tell you it's fucking green eco, you know?
You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
I never realized how fundamentally stupid the concept of double jumping was until I actually sat down and thought about it.
No. He's just making his own laws, like certain Spartans.
No, it's just so fucking weird because, like, yeah, you would physically have to jump once and then jump a second time in the air in order for that to make sense. So you have to technically jump off air itself. Poor Daxter.
Good training, boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine. Adventure away then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out.
Kyle, he's talking a lot of shit, man. Don't do it.
Lamps take you right there.
This old man doesn't deserve your help.
Now, all of you, get out of here!
Not even a good
I
father,
like,
damn.
I like that Elise, right? How he has one of like the piranha plants from fucking Crash.
Is that from Crash? I thought that was reference to fucking little fucking nightmare or fucking house, like I think it's like House of Nightmares or something.
Some back already, and without clearing my block eco-harvesters. They're on the far side of the beach.
How much beach I visually going to overseas? I have not watched it yet. No, I was finishing my essay today, which I finally did finish, and I already submitted it, so I'll have free time to do shit again. Oh, I'm free again, dude. If that essay gets less than a C, I'm gonna cry. Because then I'm gonna have to work harder for the final.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1. I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes
You know,
have been vents from
why does she look so much different from her father? I understand she's a mechanic, but like, you'd think they'd be wearing similar clothing.
He's a sage.
And what is she?
Maybe you should look there
Hot.
for some type of switch.
I think I could tell by these some of your favorite games when you were a kid. Oh, you guys, your fucking head in the gutter. Yeah, no, I still haven't seen the Bleach Up video yet. Fucking, I was kind of ready to take my phone.
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing. If by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very
I love his mustache.
90 precursor orbs.
90 precursor orbs, holy fuck. Hey, Weaklings and Zim, why are you playing this game? I'm not, Kyle is. What's up, I'm doing?
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You caught me at a most inopportune moment. I wish to set off on my...
Is that Australian or not?
But I seem to be a spot short on the old...
No.
precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that...
It's like, it's English though, right? I'm not crazy?
Gather that your young
British.
friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your...
Oh, fuck off, everyone. Get your own money.
precursor orbs?
It's almost like in real life, isn't it, Kyle? How it's counted that 29 times? Is this part 1? No, that's Devil's counter, my bad. I just don't want to get rid of it. So, this 29 is for Devil and God of War. So, thoughts on new scans if A posted? I haven't read through all of them yet, but it looks pretty intense.
Yeah, you might want to, like, restart the counter for me.
No, it's fine. I'll put you underneath if it comes to that. I doubt you're gonna die.
Just get rid of it, you absolute lazy bastard.
I get it from you, Kyle.
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk.
I don't want to go after someone full of spunk.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of
Jackie Dash ran the wrong person for his quest.
my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
It's worth the power cell, bro.
Yes, the journey for 20 power cells.
Ah, hello, Mangler. I thought you'd be asleep by now.
I thought so too, but then I realized that Kyle had become the world's greatest errand boy, and I couldn't bother turning this opportunity to watch him suffer down.
Beautiful.
'Cause that is ultimately what this first part of the game is. You were just everybody's errand boy.
Every part of this game.
So basically, Kyle is just doing real life. Yes, Red.
Let's go kick some big.
Yeah, that would be hyper reversal. Totally is hyper reversal. All right, so apparently I have to put this
Wait.
over here for now.
Can't you break those? Can't you break those boxes by doing? Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, you have to have bombs, I think.
All right, hang on.
Or does 90 is complex multi? Nothing to do with hyper.
I mean, after all those scans, I saw some of them, and there's so much soul shit. How can they deny it now?
Okay, so unfortunately, for some reason the program's a little bugged right. Oh, there, hang on. There we go.
I just went to the I was gonna say I just went through looking at the 160 plus scans. And oh my god, there are so many. Like every single one of them is like, I can cause fear to demons or affect their soul, and it's like, we get it.
Are you sure?
I can send a demon's soul to nothingness.
Like, great. Like, when are we gonna get like the soul that turns it into like, I don't know, inanimate objects or something? Maybe flowers.
It's on console or Steam. Kyle, you're playing on the PlayStation, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on console. You underestimate people's denial? I want to believe that the guy who makes fucking Pinnacle of Combat actually does DMC debates and is getting mad at somebody. So he just makes all these descriptions just to get back at somebody.
Like, I understand the fear one, but the soul ones are just like very clearly. It's like, dude, I think we get it. Like, we understand their weapons, like demonic energy affects the soul. He's like, no. You clearly don't understand. That's why you need 50 more scans of other weapons, and it's like, who hurt you? Also, hello, Neil.
Oh, Neo shop?
Punch those poles.
Hello, Neo.
He has arrived. Oh, his glory.
It feels something you would do, Zim. I had one power scaling thing in the first novel, and that was it. Okay, I am not bad about that shit. Mangler, do you see the preview pic I sent? See?
I did. I liked it, though. I was expecting Kisuke to be in the back, but you know, him being off the side works perfectly fine too. If I could draw, I would be able to show you it, but we both know that's not happening.
It's okay. Most of us can't draw here anyways. That's why I pay people to do it.
People who can.
What is your high score on Subway Surfers or Temple Run? I actually never played them. I played other mobile games. Everyone played Temple Run in some capacity, but like I never really like played it, if that makes sense.
I don't remember how the scores were calculated in Temple Run. Like, I don't, because, well, so the thing about Temple Run is that, like, I'm pretty sure, while it does have, like, a time calculation, it calculates your currency, but your currency is also dependent upon, like, how much currency you've gotten at that point in the game. So, like, if you've gotten enough currency or you've done in-app purchases, you can force the game to spawn like higher levels of currency. So your score can be dependent on how far you already are into the game and how many temple runs you've already done.
Alright, Kyle, you heard the man. Back and make the switch.
No, we're not done in this area.
Sorry. I could not take the chance to rip into Kyle.
In the temple that
Kali?
Temple Run? I'm pretty sure you're just stealing like an artifact and you're just being chased.
Called. Also, two things. Do you guys know Pinnacle Combat's available for phones to play now? Only if you're like in a Chinese server or like if you do like that whole Chinese shenanigans thing. And who do you guys think is going to be the next villain DBS superhero movie? I'm pretty sure they already leaked Cell, didn't they?
Oh boy. I was hoping they'd, you know, just create a new villain, but
No, I think they've already leaked a silver version of Cell.
why do they have to rehash?
Tony, welcome to whatever this shit is. It's Kyle doing his best, Pimp Demon. Have some mercy.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't actually mind an improved version of Cell because his arsenal would unironically look better. They would just have to be like, yeah, so your healing factor is trash, so we're gonna upgrade it now to like something stupid.
His healing factor was good. He literally survived atomization.
No, he didn't survive atomization. He was destroyed on the cellular level.
No, but he survived the first time, like when he did it to himself.
No, he literally explains that like the only reason he survived is because one cell survived.
There was a single cell in his body. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
so
does not survive atomization.
I mean, I guess.
It's like, it's probably the best like cellular regeneration feat you can think of, but like, yeah, he'd still die to atomization. He'd still die to like his biology being incinerated.
Your mom would
So,
still die to biology being
That's literally
incinerated.
how he dies.
Well, yeah, so he has like high-low regen. He has like the weakest of like high-level regen. So what could have been?
Your mom
what
has
would be
high-level
more
regen.
interesting If he came back, what would be interesting is if he came back and he could completely regenerate himself from his entire physical body being destroyed. Like if he started with like low godly feats.
How powerful is the Call of Duty character main timeline or zombie timeline? Zombie timeline, I don't even with their scale. I don't even think they scale the Monty. Main timeline is just like maybe wall level.
You can make the argument because they do fight the Shadow Man.
All right, so while Kyle's there smoking that good shit, it would also explain why they didn't bring Cell to the multiverse tournament. They did not know that there are a ton of fan arts, but I would be on it. Also, Gohan is just dressed for the occasion. Yeah, because Gohan apparently only has one villain ever. I feel bad for him, but it's his fault for being.
Who else would you give him?
No. I mean, I get it. I get it. How's journey from one cell only high-low regen?
Because you're only regenerating from the cellular level. Like you have to understand, like once you get to mid, like high mid, you're basically like regenerating from like incineration, like all biology being destroyed at that point, which includes the cellular level. So like Cell would not be able to survive being like completely incinerated. Cell's weight compared to the bullets.
That is true.
I mean, but like, what does that have to do with anything?
Everything.
Oh yes, this old lady with her freaking like. What was the point of going and doing this? Like she was obsessed with the bird.
Well, I mean, I think she was just hatching it.
No.
Oh no! I always forget to talk to her before I actually do the mission.
So, Red Dusk, low godly regen is regenerating from your entire physical body being completely destroyed. So that's like beyond the atomic level. It's completely obliterated and there is no physical matter whatsoever. Because like, being itemized doesn't necessarily destroy matter. It just like... It just removes it from any sort of... Fuck, it's hard to describe exactly, but... It doesn't guarantee it's being like completely obliterated. More so like dispersed at like a very distinctively low level. Like essentially it's itemization isn't complete and total destruction for sure. Somehow.
By the way, visit the bookstore, repair my town. There was nothing interesting on manga, but there was 3 old Halo novels in English, but I didn't pick them up because they were too much. I'm not too much lore-wise. Wow. Anyways, just played through the evil ending of Dark Watch, and it's route final boss is horseshit. She spams broken AoE, and it's literally the only reason that fight is hard. I don't know what that is. Godly regen is just anything that involves the soul, if I'm being honest. That's when you like it's like technically considered godly regen.
It starts at low godly, it starts with regenerating from like the soul, or well, you can have low godly and not regenerate from the soul as long as your physical body is completely destroyed and you're regenerating from one other aspect of your existence. It is considered low godly. It's just usually the soul. but you can do it from the mind as well.
How's-
Also, basically being able to make an entire body from like literally nothing and scratch would also qualify for this as well.
Heard some good stuff from the Halo novels, dude. Don't know how much they costed. Halo novels are actually pretty solid reads.
It can be cheap or not. It depends on which ones you're buying, though. Some of the old ones should be pretty budget worthy, like the first couple. But after like the Cold Protocol, a lot of them get a little not Warhammer pricey, but you know they can. Some of them. Can
I don't even understand how you people can even read through Warhammer. There's so much material.
So Warhammer is actually a lot easier to read than you might think, because of a lot of the stories of like individual groups of people, the Space Marine chapters, the Tech Marine. It's like I specifically read stories of the Imperial Guardsmen, specifically like certain companies that all have like several different omnibuses directed to them. So I read the ones involving Gaunt's Ghosts, which is basically like a regiment of Imperial Guardsmen from the planet Tanith that basically like survived the destruction of the world, and they're known as ghosts because they're essentially like they're supposed to be dead, and also because they have like insane like stealth skills that allow them to fit into essentially any single terrain. They have like really cool like military tactics and weapons and whatnot. There's a lot of diverse personalities. It's just a very interesting story overall.
If you say so.
Dante versus Marvel Human? Do you mean like a human in Marvel? Like a normal, like a random person? I mean,
I feel like that's a trap question. I feel like there's something about Marvel Humans for why he would ask that.
Yeah, because he's literally asking because there's literally a cop that arrests Thanos.
I was gonna say, does this cop or this Marvel Human perhaps have do they have a pizza on hand? Because we might be able to improve their chances of victory here.
Wait,
exponentially, one might say.
So does that mean that Thanos copter has to adhere to air traffic control laws?
Normal human, so a civilian. Okay, so if they don't have the pizza and the strawberry sundae, they lose. If they do, they have a fighting chance.
Just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get
Oh man, Kyle, I didn't realize you were in this game.
Some strange creatures tried to steal him earlier. You think it could help an old man try to get him back?
I hope you liked the cameo.
You know what? It might not be Kyle after all. He complains less than Kyle does. That's not the Kyle I know.
My friends told me good stuff, but again, I don't know how much of lore. I only played 1 and 3 Zombie games. I mean, if you're into like the Halo lore for the first couple like games, best ones to read are mainly like Fall of Reach, The Flood, First Strike, Ghosts of Onyx, Cold Protocol. Those are the ones I generally recommend. First Strike and Ghost of Onyx are among like probably the best, but you have to read like Fall of Reach and The Flood to get like context for those. It also like the Fall of Reach helps fill in a ton of gaps for the first Halo game.
Is Fall of Reach even canon at this point?
It is. It's still canon.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Isn't like the whole point of Halo Reach just to like fucking retcon that of existence?
I mean, it's an attempt to, and then 343 was like, yeah, fuck that retcon. Bungie's no longer in charge.
Did they?
Fuck Bungie.
Fuck Bungie. Mangler, fuck Bungie. They said my favorite book wasn't canon.
No. So you misunderstand. They didn't say the Fall of Reach wasn't canon. They said all the books weren't canon.
What?
Yes. They They tried to they unironically tried to decanonize like a shitload of their secondary source material.
Lazy farmer owes us a power cell.
That seems really stupid. They had such a like robust.
I could be completely and totally wrong, but I was there the day, like, I had read, like, all their books. I was there the day, like, Halo Reach got announced, and I saw their announcement, and I was like, you motherfucker. Oh,
Too bad those go to free livestock.
16-year-old self was very angry.
So they pulled Disney before Disney did it then.
When did Disney do it?
Well, Disney did it, I think, when the first Star Wars Episode 7 was announced.
It was like 2014, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Halo shit, like, predates it.
Yeah, no, it's because they would have had to do it around, like, 2010, like, 2011. So, yeah, well, that's what I said, is that, like, technically, when people were like, yeah, Disney doing that was kind of scummy, I'm like, they're not the only one to do it. Totally not salty or anything.
What else
Marvel said,
can you use the animals for other than livestock? I mean, you can turn them to glue.
Wow! Check out that funky sculpture
what the
sitting on a rock over
fuck?
there.
What? I'm not wrong. You can turn animals to glue.
I know, but, like, I don't want that visual in my head.
Well, then you better not have a glue bottle at your house.
Well, what do you think they do with retired racehorses?
I never understand why it's horses specifically that are always mentioned when, like, in like the glue factories. Like, why horses? What did the horses do to deserve being turned to fucking glue more than the others?
Mr. Oracle like the sage
Why
over his
glue?
They didn't win.
I hope they
Fuck.
win in person.
Sorry, Thumper, gotta put you down. Oh, what's that? You want to race? Da 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 da. I don't know if you guys got that reference, but you seen that fucking?
Yeah, it's the Family Guy sketch, right?
Fuck,
How-
fuck off.
So it's
Why does everything keep asking me for money?
so I think
What do you need with money? You fucking sit here.
Kyle, pay the man his fucking bills or shut the fuck up!
Marvel Abstracts versus Chaos Gods stats equalize at low 1A. I don't scale either of those. I'm just gonna say that basically I think it's an episode where Chris gets into like Carter's little like some rich dude's like club thing.
I think
he's
it's
just
called a
like-
country club, Mangler.
No. Like he doesn't. It's not a country club thing. Like they have like this weird cultish outfit thing. It's like some underground like assembly because they're wearing like hoods and everything.
Yeah, country club.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not a country club. Like they have like
I'm pretty sure it's a country club that's masquerading as
masquerading as what?
a country club, but it's like a weird cult thing.
Well, I was gonna say they could be a country club that has a cult. Just like it seemed more likely that they were just a secret cult.
Hang on, the three ones I saw were New Blood, which is shorter than the others, the Spectre, and Legacy of Onyx. Yeah, those are all new ones. Those I have not touched the new material for Halo.
There's a marine line when they're standing idle in Halo Wars 2 and he said grunts taste like lobster. What the fuck? I was not aware that the Marines were tasting grunts.
I mean, would you not taste grunts?
I don't like the taste of methane, so no.
I mean,
You do realize grunts have methane tanks attached to their backs, right?
I understand that, but it's at war. Are you not going to eat the enemy?
I'll just eat whatever other food. What the fuck? Why would I eat my?
Are
enemy?
you telling me if we were in a war, you wouldn't cannibalize the enemy side if we're low on food?
I would just
Say it.
probably
Say
eat
it.
some greens or learn to live off the land, whatever way I can.
All
I
right.
feel like cannibalism is kind of a last resort.
All right. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Ignore him.
Covenant e-humans, why not get some payback? Imagine thinking that you're just like, man, we're gonna be the better man here. Let's eat them back.
I mean, I think the worst revelation would be that if you actually eat person for the first time and you find out it's actually not that bad.
Well, I would also argue the worst situation is when you eat someone and you get massive like sickness from like because you cannot just eat a human.
Well,
Watch me!
Well, you can't just eat most meat.
No, I mean like so.
This totally didn't get dark at all.
I don't think you understand what happens. Even if you cook,
I think you're underestimating our cuisine skills.
I don't think
there's literally entire cultures that eat people.
No.
Mangler, they can be eaten. They shall be eaten.
I understand, but the issue is that if you eat something that has basically been trained, that has been conditioned to eat like mostly meat most of its entire life, you're going, well, aside from shitting bricks, you're going to have really weird like stomach issues for a significant length of time.
I hear you. But you wanna know what? They're not gonna come back to complain about it, are they?
So why do you think that when we like, mass produce cows, why not? Like why do you think we have them like eat grass specifically? Like why do you think we not have them eat meat?
I'm pretty sure bears don't taste that bad.
But like
actually cows can eat different kinds of meat. It's just that they don't actually have to.
Yeah, no.
Like most vegetarian animals, like lack of popular belief, do try and like eat some sort of like meat if they're lacking a certain nutrition.
Sure. I'm saying the reason we stock them full of greens is to make them healthier for us to eat when we consume that food after cooking it. It's not. I mean, granted, obviously they're more inclined to eat grass, for sure.
Bear meat is pretty gamey.
I mean, you do realize that literally falls apart when it's just like pigs are literally just chuck whatever the fuck you've got, meat, vegetables.
I'm saying like certain meats are designed that way. So like like a lot of the meats that we have specifically are designed under the idea of like being fed healthy until they're chopped up in the meat. So
fed healthy is a strong word.
Okay, fed well enough.
Just say fed something that's not meat, because that's literally what you're arguing for.
The issue here is that if you're arguing for cannibalism, then we literally have like, are we just cutting off like our food supply completely?
Listen. All I'm saying is that the enemy must not be allowed to fucking sleep at night. So I suggest we solve that problem.
All Zim is saying is that the enemy might be good with some garlic.
Listen, I'm not suggesting we eat them outright. I'm just saying if I'm a little hungry and the food supplies are down, you're not going to see me losing any sleep over it.
Is that why we feed farm animals with lots of corn? Yes, that's why we feed farm animals lots of vegetables and lots of fruits and various like healthy items, because we want them to be in a good nutritional value when we cook them and eat them. They are bred to be consumed.
So are humans. I don't understand what the problem is. Kyle, what's the problem here?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
What's
wrong with all of you?
Listen, Mangler, we're just ahead of the curve a little bit.
Hang on a minute.
Okay.
I want you to take back everything you said about my cannibal playthrough in Fallout 3.
Oh, you motherfucker.
I want you to take it back right
No! You didn't have to eat them! You chose to like a sick fuck!
I did what was right to survive.
They were all... Bro, there's literally a Brahmin farm right next to you and you're just like, oh yeah, no, please, no! Damn it, I was right there! Fuck!
Wait, what's happening?
I've for like the past 40 minutes I've been doing a boss on a mobile game in the background. And I just oh my, this is so fucking, fuck this. Fuck this.
I thought you were talking about the Jack and Daxter thing. I was like, oh, I guess you're playing. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
I am so fucking mad right now. Fuck that noise. Alright, enough of this for a while. I'm gonna wait for these characters to get buffed. Fuck that noise.
That's right. The stupid boss where, like, their main
Oh,
attack
that reminds
is
me. Kyle died once. I fixed that already.
sending out their kids and then allowing you
To eat them?
to jump up there to smack them.
Oh, alright.
Nothing involving eating. Fool.
Why can only melee right now, Kyle? So, funny thing about this game, there are no guns. So Kyle's gonna go through the entire game without a fucking weapon.
Well, okay, so that's not technically true. There are, like, ways to influence, like, more damage. I would say, like, well, actually, really, all you have is the eco powers, to be honest.
He has no gun. Therefore, he has no power.
Yellow eco would like a word.
No gun, no power. One,
Yellow eco
two,
is
three.
literally a repeated shooting fireball.
No gun, no power! Did he beat the boss or did he die?
What question was I answering? Okay.
In the basket.
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite.
Can Call of Duty character beat Ruby characters in equal stats? Right?
What I tried.
Equal stats? Probably not.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do
Might
better?
need a UAV.
Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell. If you can catch 200 pounds of them critters, and then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speed.
Ratchet is stronger than what?
Is want to try the challenge?
200 pounds, Kyle. Come on, you got this.
There are two types of good fish to catch: 1 pound fishies and 5
That's right, you need to be able to fish. So you
If
can
miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you.
do something.
There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even a one
Also,
of them
how'd you
buggers.
guys like that little piece of lore about the fact that apparently there is a key that is made exclusively from unspecified demonic desires, and it literally allows you to open the fabric to space-time to go wherever you want.
Yeah, we saw that. Hang on. I'm watching Kyle
Only
fuck up.
acceptable to the souls.
No, I'm gonna be honest. At this point, like, Pinnacle, Kyle. Oh, careful there, Kyle. Oh.
Oh, Jack.
He's gonna catch one by accident.
Steady boy.
Is overfishing not illegal in this world? Well, technically, there's only one village, as far as we know. Well, there are a few. Actually, no, I don't think the other areas have villages. I think they just have
Rather,
scientists.
I would argue it's probably not illegal because there are many fish-like and aquatic species that can actually eat the humans in this world. So I think it's probably
Fuck.
fucking.
Did you fuck up? Oh! He called him by accident? Cause he said fuck.
Steady boy.
No, I almost went for it.
Oh, I don't. What happens if you catch an eel? He immediately kicks you off. Dude, how have you not gone fucking 200 pounds? Get the fuck out of here.
Here comes a big one. Hold steady.
Oh, seriously, how would these fishes not escape from your net? That's the thing I want to know. They're all
So,
bumping into each other. How large is this fucking net?
Not bad for a couple of landlubbers. Here's the power cell I promised.
so
You can use my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
What were you saying, Zen?
I feel like this man literally just outsourced his own job because he didn't want to fish at the river because there's so many poisonous eels.
I was gonna say with that many statements and things, at this point I kind of want to ask the question of like VSPs just being like,
There's so much soul destruction going on there. It's just like, are you blind?
are they all hacks?
Could you just throw the eel back in the water? Well, we don't know how the poison works. Fable 3 is...
It's probably contact.
Yeah. Fable 3 is
Well,
not
it's all-
as people think.
Well, actually, I would probably argue it is definitely contact because the eels,
Are glowing purple.
well, they have an antenna. Antenna usually curtail electricity, at least when they're in water. So
Handsome Jack versus Naruto equal stats. Does Jack get the Might of Hyperion or no? If you turn it over and the others get out, we never put them in the basket. Unfortunately,
they even stayed in there.
they, you know what, they... Handsome Jack with all of Hyperion versus Naruto? I'm gonna give that to Handsome Jack. Equalized. Because that would also include the Eye of Helios. Fable 3 is not as bad as people think, but that's just because, like, the problem is that it came after Fable 2, the best one in the fucking series. Like, if Fable 3 literally just copy and pasted Fable 2 and made it, like, just added their own story, it would have been fine, but they had to change so much shit. If Fable 3 didn't have the road to the fucking throne or whatever, like the road to being king, you know, that stupid level up system, it probably would have been a lot better. The glove system was kind of cool, but also not very good either.
You mean the system where you basically can't die?
Well, yeah, you can't die, but more importantly than that, it literally locks abilities until you get to a certain part in the game. Like, you can't get summoned swords until, like, near the very end of the game.
I know, and it's one of the best abilities.
Right? Why was River only a one-way passage? Most rivers are one-way passages most of the time in real life, actually. Usually just goes to the sea. In fact, I'd be more concerned if you found a two-way river. Oh. Neo left? Damn. I guess discussion about cannibalism just wasn't good enough to join in.
It was like, damn it. I wanted to work on my Fallout Cannibal run. These fuckers are stealing all my ideas.
You sick
That
fuck.
was the real reason he fled. I'm sorry, you don't get to call me a sick fuck when you're over here advocating people eating each other.
I'm not advocating people eat each other. I'm just saying, if it just so happens to be on a battlefield and there's no food, I don't want to hear you guys bitching about eating the enemy. They're fair game. They're dead. I like being a king. What I didn't like was the gosh darn magic gloves. I didn't mind the magic gloves. I think it could have been done better, but I didn't mind it. The weapon system was ass. I don't think there's any defense for the weapon system. That shit sucked.
Guard flying in this game? No, that comes with Jack 3.
You're advocating for cannibalism? I would never advocate for cannibalism. All I'm saying is that if food resources are low in an army and we're on a battlefield, I better not see anyone having issues eating the enemy.
Wait, hang on. Let's make this interesting. Is the enemy alive during this equation?
They were.
I don't.
No.
I do not, Mangler. Whatever you think of me,
I need to know.
Mangler. Whatever you think of me, they would not be alive during the transaction. I do not condone torture. I do not like torture. I have standards, you see.
Don't eating their bodies.
They don't need it anymore. They're dead.
Mutilation.
It's not mutilation. They're already dead. Did you die to fall damage? He died to fall damage. Beautiful.
Violently altering a person's body after death is considered mutilation, yeah.
They're fertilizer at that point. They're not a person.
They haven't decomposed their body.
They will soon enough! I'm just speeding up the process! Listen! Oh, if nature takes its course, then it's okay!
Imagine being such an impatient fucking scavenger. Imagine a vulture just sitting there lighting a cigarette when someone's dying from a heart attack on the sidewalk and just like, hurry up, you fucker. I need a
Have you not seen what vultures do? That's basically what they do.
Fishes don't come from the beginning of the river. They come from the sea that the river flows into. Some do, some don't. Like salmon goes from a river to the sea. XCO2 is the weakest assassin because every assassin after XCO has a better weapon and armor. He has the weakest gear, but he wouldn't be the weakest assassin. Because that's not how...
I'd probably say give that to Connor.
The weakest assassin? I think I'd give it to his dad, if I'm being honest. You wouldn't even torture the female enemy? No. No, why would I do that? Now, Red Dusk, I know you're not advocating for goblinating somebody, because that would be wrong. That would be morally raping somebody.
Why not just say raping?
Because YouTube gets on my ass about it.
Okay, fine.
Speaking of fucking YouTube getting on my ass, the Final Fantasy 15 video actually got a fucking copyright claim, I guess, and so did DMC4 actually. Fucking, I guess listening to the entire intro song got me copyright claimed.
What?
Yeah. Why does Salmon do at the beginning of the river in the first place? That's where they lay their eggs. Okay, well Kyle's dead again. You know, Kyle.
Really teary at the funeral. Like, how am I gonna get Shane back now?
You mean like Rin? Pimp Demon? Why would you say that?
Yes, I too remember when Rin did a squat and an egg came out of his ass.
The series is still ongoing.
Shh, I hate you so much.
Why?
You know what? Speaking of which, I gotta work on the chapter anyways. Now that I'm free, is he wrong though? Rin never laid an egg, so yes, he would be wrong.
He's just like allegedly. Now we have the Comic-Con panel where we ask, you get that one person that's like, I have 5 questions. It's like, all right, does Rin lay an egg? No. Can he lay an egg? No. Will he be laying an egg?
Well,
later?
theoretically, in certain circumstances, he could potentially lay an egg, but that's not normal.
So, follow-up question, since you said it's possible for him to lay an egg, is there a possibility that you might be thinking of letting him lay an egg?
I have never thought about letting him lay an egg. No, that has never occurred in my mind.
What would it get for you to change your mind?
Why would I let him lay an egg?
No, I'm just trying to imagine, like, this is unironically, like, what a real person would be asking if they're interested enough.
Just like, what would it take for you to alter your position on this matter? What fetish do you have? I was talking about rape Zim. Yes, Rin did do that in his past. Because I'm just gonna be honest at this point. I made Rin too much of an asshole. Clearly, I went a little too far. The inspiration was right on the money, but I just did not have the skill to handle that.
Yujiro versus Jack and Daxter.
Do we scale Yujiro the statements or no?
I mean, all you have to do is get him higher than, like, city block level and he wins.
Jack and Daxter are not city block level, bro. And also, Light and Dark Eco would fuck.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's stretching some of the fates.
Oh, you're funny. You're funny.
I'm fucking not.
Well, I guess we'll find out playing the games, won't we?
I know Jack's scaling at the back of my fucking head. I spent years arguing against cunts.
Bro, you don't even know your own scaling. Zam, you made the perfect Caesar's Legion OC. Fuck. Jack and Daxter are like Mountain Island level, aren't they? Well, according to Kyle, no.
Fucking no, they are not.
Kyle downplays the series. Jack to Link, wait, you were given a sword before going on a quest? I had to start with nothing but my freaking bare hands. So while Kyle is trying to figure out what a puzzle is for the first time in his life.
No, I'm trying to remember how to fucking redirect the beams. It used to be the first thing I used to do, but now I can't remember how I used to do it.
Hey, wait, Kyle, I got some advice. The beams. Redirect the beams.
Ooh, woosah.
You'll get that reference if you play Darksiders 1.
I actually played it. Isn't Jack Planet level? Not according to Kyle. Nice try, Kyle. Beautiful fucking misplay. Listen. We'll find out the feats for ourselves as we're going through the series.
Jack gets nowhere near planet level. Don't even try that shit.
I will try that shit.
Basically, people scale him to the Dark Makers because the Dark Makers are saving the
No. We know how they do that, and they use terraformers, and there's an entire army of terraformers.
Nah.
I'm aware that you use
terraformers. Fake news. Anyways, you can't. I played Fallout New Vegas so many times, but I've never actually done a Caesar's Legion playthrough.
Mundus versus the Savior equalized. Which Mundus? DMC1 Mundus or Prime Mundus?
Wouldn't matter if the fight's equalized.
It would, because Prime Mundus has infinitely more abilities.
He doesn't need them.
He does.
Not against the Savior. The Savior has one ability, Laser Beam.
That laser beam was like, hey, you were not invulnerable? Okay, dead.
Well, to be fair, that was more of an AP thing, and that was,
That wasn't even an AP thing.
It's not death manipulation. Yeah, but it's not death manipulation, though. It's because of the force of the beam. Or the power of the beam.
The force of the beam prevents him from moving, but he states that if he wasn't wearing the armor, he would get, like, reduced. He would literally get turned to ashes.
Yeah, because the beam, like, the charge of the beam is strong enough to kill him.
Yeah, but if for it to do that, it would also have to nullify his healing factor.
But the only real threat is just that it's, like, stronger than, I guess, capable. I'm not sure if strong is the right word. Well, I don't think that matters for an equalized fight.
So for an equalized fight, that would still mean, like, he'd be able to negate, like, higher levels of regen.
Can't they all negate regen, technically?
Yeah, but...
Okay, then!
No. See, the problem is that when we go further into the series, the negation of the regen gets layered. So the further you are in the timeline, the more bullshit your hacks are. So technically you get to beat other DMC characters in equalized scenarios if you land hits.
I'm not sure if that's accurately fair, considering the fact that the best scaling chain for this shit comes from Demon King level opponents.
Is the Savior not Demon King level?
No, but what I'm saying is, like, would Dante's DMC4 healing factor be substantially that much superior to Mundus is, or does it have any feats to substantiate that?
Should be, because Dante's adaptability, like, proves his, like, general stats every game.
Well, like, what is... Well, no, like, increases his stats, but, like, why would we just... Oh, come on, Kyle, don't be a pussy!
Well, so, like, the example was even before...
He was so close!
When he's Tony, basically, like, he's able to negate, like, most demons' healing factors by killing them.
Well,
but, like, this
to be fair, like, yeah.
Fuck it. Why am I spending so much time on this? It's not mandatory.
Yeah, so there's this random, like, demon babu thing that, like, he's able to stab and
yeah,
he can regenerate from all his wounds.
Yeah, and
it's angry, stabs it, and then just kills it outright.
Yes, I understand that they can cancel out healing factors. I'm just saying, though, do the healing factors actually get stronger when, like, the best examples, like, already scaled Demon King, like...
So the point is that, like, later in the novel, he's unable to do this to Gilbert until finally, like, beating him at the end of the fight.
Yeah, but we're talking like a minor demon to a boss and then to a Demon King. Like, the thing is, we're talking about, like, Mundus here.
The bamboo thing, like, well, so that's kind of my point. Like, the fucking monkey is, like, just a minor demon as an example, and we're already getting into layers of regen. So by the time we get to Virgil, and by the end of DMC3, we're, like, several layers of regen negation. So...
Yeah, but the problem is that, like, we're talking about, like, after... Well, no, Chan wasn't even a full demon, to be fair.
No, Chan is able to negate, like, Dante's healing factor flat out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I would argue, like, after that fight, Dante would not be affected by the level of regen negation anymore.
I don't know if that's fair.
He has adaptability.
Yeah, but, like, we don't really have any real feats to substantiate his healing factor game better.
I'm gonna let you decide. Do you want me to continue with the story, or do you want me to go to Misty Island?
Wait, what? Is it going to Misty Island continuing the story?
No.
What?
Void Mundus.
Why do you want to play this game more? I thought you wanted to get this game done as quickly as possible.
I do. I want to know if you want to punish me.
Not today.
Thoughts on the POC scans? My thoughts are that there are a lot of them, and holy shit, there's a lot of soul scans.
Yep.
We needed all.
No, because we're just gonna find out that's all hacks later by VSB's decree.
Yeah, that's right.
In between us flows all this, and in between us flows his hacks.
Kill him. No. You misread it. It's what is it?
so try to keep her cool.
We are the sons of Sparta. Within each of us flows his blood, but more importantly, his axe. Man, I can't believe ESB is making the same fucking mistake that G1 did, just on a grander scale.
Alright. Let me see
Kill him
here.
permanently or Dante would come back. No, it was gonna kill him permanently. Like, Dante was convinced it was gonna reduce him to ashes. And, like,
What have you done with Zim, you imposter? I am the same Zim. Would anyone else wear? I wore this Tom shirt to the fucking theater when I went to go see Doctor Strange, actually. And my brother made fun of me for it. He's like, oh, why are you wearing your discount Homelander shirt? Ah, just because it has a side cape.
if we're using Void Mundus, I would probably just argue Void Mundus would just keep, like, attacking forever with his, like, stupid, fucking...
This is the shittiest heat shield I think I've ever seen.
So, like, he would just keep attacking forever with, like, his void attacks.
Oh.
Dumb bitch!
I hate how this thing fucking controls and you have to use it several times.
There's a bit of an issue for Void Mundus in that fight, and that is that technically none of his, like, greater information gathering or, like future sight, omniscience, like, none of that actually means anything against the Savior, because the Savior isn't like a demon. It's literally just, like, a combination of, like, demonic bodies shoved into, like, one construct, so it doesn't have, like, a future or a consciousness. It's being, like, directly controlled by Sanctius. So,
Well, hold on about... Yeah.
I was gonna say, technically you can't gather information on it.
Yeah, no, Homelander is gonna lose that fight. I don't understand why they're doing such a big stomp. Careful, Kyle, you're gonna burn up! Oh, Kyle's gonna burn up because he fucking slowed down too much.
What about DMC1 Mundus versus the Savior? I'll say DMC1 Mundus typically sits behind the shield and attempts to camp. Given his
Oh, he made it.
battle strategy, we'll call it that, the Savior is probably going to beat him in a ranged fight, because the Savior is going to realize he's so far away, he'll be like, I'm going to charge. Sanctius is going to be like, the Savior is coming, and charge the Death Ray, which in the novel, it takes like a couple seconds to charge. It's very, like, it takes enough time to where Dante's able to perform like one charged up attack with like a little bit of wind up, and that's it. So it takes very little time to charge, and it hits its spot instantly. So he's probably just gonna shit out that barrier in like 2 seconds. It's gonna be a zoning war, but like the Savior, most of the Savior's body is extremely durable. Even in an equalized scenario, it's like you're not gonna get that to budge. The Savior is coming. Yeah.
Take a look at his notes. Jack, go check on the villagers, then come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you.
Kyle, why aren't you speedrunning this game? This game can be in 15 minutes.
Jack Ring is Jack 3, Jack X, Jack 2, Jack 1.
Unfortunately, Jack 1 suffers from the fact that literally every game afterwards improved the pod's gameplay.
You mean made it better in every way, shape, and form.
I personally
That's what I said.
put Jack X is like probably the most entertaining one in the series, and that one's a fucking racing game.
I know, we're gonna go through it and it's gonna be awesome.
I know.
I'm pretty sure he's an elf.
No.
It's takes all the crystals to stun the Savior, but is a durable statue. Well, so that's not actually true by lore standards. So that's, the crystals do release energy, but like destroying them does actually very little to stop the Savior. Like, it can, like, sort of knock it back a little bit, but it doesn't actually have anything to do with the level of power that the Savior has to offer. You have to remove Nero from the core, specifically. If you don't remove Nero from the core, then, like, you're basically done. And even in the Mundus situation, I could also argue, like, Mundus is at a massive disadvantage because he can't figure out that Nero's in the core because, like I said, like, Nero's information about his existence is currently absorbed into the Savior.
Wrong. Mundus would just sense the blood of Sparta, get really upset about it, and try and kill whatever's causing it.
No, so what could most likely happen is that he'll shoot some attacks and he'll see these blue things and be like, I don't know what the fuck these are. I don't know what the fuck you are, because you don't have a future. You don't have a name. You don't have, like, a lot of things that demons fundamentally have, like a concept of existence or, like, a timeline. This is really fucking weird, and you apparently claim to be a god. Unfortunately, only I'm the only one around here.
Oh, Wusa.
He would probably, he would on it. Well, actually, he technically would look at the Savior and be like, "Why, why did humans create, like, a giant statue of Sparta?"
Is that Sparta? Is that Sparta bigger than me? I'll fucking kill him.
Well, so he would most likely start zoning the Savior, and then as soon as he hits one of the magical orbs, Nero would probably shift and wake up and be like, Kyrie, and then, like, pass out again. And he'd be like, what the fuck is that?
Sorry, is that another fucking son of Sparta? Another one of these fuckers? He-Man vs. Comic Book Snake Eyes? I'm pretty sure He-Man takes that. I doubt Comic Book Snake Eyes has, like, tier 1 arguments.
So you probably have to argue if he could find a way to, remove Nero from the Savior. I don't think it'd be too difficult, or that he would need to remove Nero from the Savior to, like, shut it down.
Well, hang on a minute. If the orbs do grant him some degree of power, you can just break the orbs because they do give him some degree of power.
So, like, they don't shut off. Like, they don't actually supply the power through his body. They're just an external, like, boost.
Yeah, yeah. So then, like, if I were to destroy a crystal, regardless, the Savior's gonna get weaker by any capacity.
Sure.
So, Mundus wins.
That doesn't. Well, no. So that doesn't stop, like, his like, disadvantage or anything. So the Savior.
Yeah, it does. It's an equalized fight.
So even in an equalized fight, the Savior's body doesn't get weaker when you destroy the crystals.
Yeah, but its attacks would.
I mean.
And that's really its only advantage. It has, like, no good, like, actual abilities beyond its energy attacks.
Beyond, its existence erasure and late healing factor negation.
Yeah, but again, if you make it weaker, that healing factor negation means fuck all. Oh, look at Green Nico. Mundus is that his fucking Mundus, is that his fucking grandson? There's no way Dante got laid! Oh, wait, maybe it was Virgil.
Hey, Virgil, come out here. Is this your kid? No, he just summons Nello Angelo in the middle of a fight.
This one yours?
It's like, wait a minute. No, fuck, he's breaking free. Hang on.
It's like, no, go back in there. Back in there. The crystals don't lose their power upon destruction. They just stun him in the game. No, so the reason they quote-unquote stun him in the game is because the crystals hold power for the Savior. They're like, again, so technically, according to the novel, yeah, so they're just additional energy from the core, or they're additional energy, aside from the core. Yeah,
they're basically just like more energy that the Savior can use. Like, okay, so the way that the Savior's power works is that...
Is it glitched?
Nero is basically inside the core, and then he allows his blood, when merged into the core, along with the power of the Sparta Sword, fuel the energy to run the Savior and allow it to be controlled directly. Actually, technically, it can still be controlled directly without a descendant of Sparta. It just can't be, like, flown. Because it is able to be controlled by the Order of the Sword in their castle. They just can't send it airborne and have it, like, battle tactically. You have to go to their headquarters. What?
How many fucking like of these you actually need to fucking like beat the game. What happens if you crash? How many?
A few.
A few what? Like a few like what do you mean by few?
A few.
All the Demon Kings would be freaking out because they'd be like, wait a minute, so why do I see Sparta? Why do I sense Sparta? And why do I sense a descendant of Sparta? But like, I don't sense Sparta's power, I sense his sword, but it's attached to a guy that's not Sparta, that's a human that became a demon that feels like Sparta, but then like half of the grandson of Sparta is inside the fucking heart. What's going on in there? They would literally be trying to figure out, like, just based on what they're sensing, like, what in the world? I created the nobodies, and even they weren't as much of an abomination as whatever the hell's going on over there.
How was the savior able to contain Avatar KDA? Because she wanted Nero to hold her and get his hero moment, so she let herself stay in the savior. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Everything KDA does just so Nero feels better about himself. This looks terrible. This looks so unfun. She's
also just into that.
Oh, I see you can feel my pain.
Think
of it like... No. Think about trying to ride a bike that turns like a tugboat.
Oh, God. I hate these sections. This is like... Oh, God, the rats, too.
Oh, he missed it! Good thing it's not timed, is it?
Dude, every single one of these sections, fuck these. The hoverboard sections in 2 were way better.
Yeah, because they actually figured out how to make fucking controls for that shit.
I'd say they actually figured out how to do physics and speed. Technically, this thing would be a lot better if it was just faster.
Like, who plays this on Ratchet and Clank? Well, that's what Kyle chose. And now he's stuck with it until he's done with the series. Because I'm not going to let him switch midway. Fuck, this looks terrible.
Nirvana would be like, what the fuck did you do, Sparta? Sparta would be like, hey, I didn't tell them to do that.
Eva, kick his ass!
Dude, he's literally like Jambu in Lilo and Stitch. Like, I didn't teach him that.
How is Nero deadweight when he is the third most powerful character in the series? Well, in fairness... Good?
Because Dante calls anyone deadweight that isn't immediately useful to him.
That's not true. He never called Lady deadweight.
He called Beryl deadweight.
Well, she was deadweight. She was literally couldn't do shit.
She woke up from being unconscious. Like, I think it... Like, even in that context, it isn't justified for him to say that.
I'd say that in a war zone.
What? Yeah, and it'd be wrong.
It would not be wrong. You were dead weight. You woke up from being unconscious. Therefore, you were dead weight. Look at Kyle trying so hard to cut this guy off, and he just fucking can't.
To an alternate timeline. What the hell?
Also, apparently, I almost forgot. Ratchet and Clank are apparently universal now, so Jack and Daxter are still fucked. Nah.
Universal. They're like anywhere between multi plus to like low complex multi, depending on what you want to buy.
I tell Kyle to go fuck himself, and playing this game has already been doing enough suffering towards him. But can Neo Guardfly? He cannot.
Yeah.
Zim, are you planning to play all the Borderlands games? Fuck no, those games kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, but like the like Borderlands 1's kind of. I mean, well, I'm gonna be honest. The Borderlands games are kind of boring if you don't have friends. Borderlands 3, it's like listen, I like the lore, I like the franchise, I do. Like, the biggest complaint I have with it is Borderlands 3's characters and the fact that in the fucking I played Tales from the Borderlands. I stayed up like when the last chapter came out for Tales from the Borderlands. I fucking I actually played it all night. Like, I was waiting for it at like 12 o'clock at midnight. The fuck is this guy?
Walk it up, tough guy.
Oh, sure. Maybe even the toughest of those tough ones. single-handedly defended this village for almost a year.
What am I doing?
Kyle's getting a reverb.
That horrible monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So full of valor, armor shining in the sun.
Oh yeah, that boss guy.
Climbed the hill to take him on. But he pounded me
Isn't that
like
the guy that's been like crying like a baby?
Have you tried to test it with your melodrama? Because it's killing me.
No, so like I remember like you talk to everyone and you just see this basically this fucking Greek Spartan just chilling in the corner, crying his eyes out, and you're like, this seems out of place.
Well, low multiversal man, Ratchet and Clank got a huge buff. Zim and Kyle, what do you think of the new Ratchet and Clank game? I never played it. I never even played any of the Ratchet and Clank games.
No, multi. Did I stutter? I said multi plus.
Anyways,
He took all of his power cells with him.
yeah. So fucking
Was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here to do
They didn't Chris couldn't do shit. That's because they weren't giving the ladies an ideal. See,
But we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
when that happens,
Sure, and seal
How-
my doom. All right, fine. Bring me 90 precursor orbs and I'll let the pontoon.
I'm surprised to see Lucia's
I'm not going to
weapons
fight
in
that
those
monster
DLC scans.
again.
yeah, the Lucia weapon. I think that's just a weapon named Lucia. I don't think fucking that's actually Lucia's weapons.
Brought me the precursor orbs.
It might be related though. It's very clearly like
Ask me to get involved
what's it
with
called?
that
Not a
creature
cut
again.
lace. It's what are her swords? Are her swords the cut laces or glaives?
I think she has two of them. I think she has both. Xavier, you never play Ratchet and Clank game? No. Anyways, yeah, regarding Borderlands. Yeah, so I stayed up all night to fucking play the last Tales from the Borderlands. And I got so mad because, like, even if you're friends with Handsome Jack throughout the entire game, they make him randomly betray you.
Could fight against the monster up there. Trust me, the smart money's on the monster.
Well, that's what happens when you aren't Handsome Jack.
I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel,
Oh,
and I'll give you
what is
a
this?
power
Frog
cell in
FTK?
return. And if you're game,
Well,
you got
hello.
one more bet online. My big comeback. Beat the record time race he Dead Man's Gorge and the
Hello,
precursor
Dad
phases,
versus Dark
and I'll get
Worlds.
pretty payoff. For
Seriously?
that, I'll give
You aren't worthy to hear the name of who were chosen, Ratchet and Clank?
Oh yeah, if anyone who's interested in seeing Yu-Gi-Oh! Dexes, if anyone wants to see why Substitoad was banned, I am gonna provide a video on.
Who cares about ancient history with DPEs and Master Duel?
But basically, in this video, we have like basically the original like Rescue Rabbit Turbo deck and the Frog FTK.
He did about Ruby to get an upgrade in Ruby so she can be Maka. I mean, it was possible at one point, but the problem is that every fucking time.
Oh, don't worry. We've already had Cyber say that they've already said that we waited way too long to do this fight. Because they even acknowledged that once they got duck scaling from Fire Force, it was fucking over.
That was stop banning things. What do you mean banning things? I didn't ban anything. Well, yeah, I haven't banned anything yet. Oh, you mean Mangler's Yu-Gi-Oh statement? Nah, some things in Yu-Gi-Oh needs. All right, Kyle, look at that Yellow Eco in action.
when you're powered up with Yellow Eco.
I'm not gonna lie, as much as I like things like Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, I'm gonna be real that like my relationship with the games are they're good games. They're just not my fort. What's I can put it is like they're games that I like, but they're not games I would really religiously play. Like some people like consider them like some of the best series of all time. I like them, but for me, I can't see it personally.
Of course, the Nintendo fan would criticize the PlayStation platformers.
Bro, literally one of my dude. Literally one of my favorite games of all time is Klonoa, and that's a PlayStation game.
What the fuck is Klonoa? That sounds like a sexual disease.
It does actually.
Oh no, you have a bad case of Klonoa. What is Klonoa? What? Is it like a...
It's a 2.5D platforming game that's actually really fucking good, you uncultured asshole.
Don't call me an asshole because your fucking game sounds like it's about to be the next sex disease. Hang on. What? Dead Battle probably won't use any supernatural character because you have to pay for likeness. Are they gonna do Ruby Maka? They don't want Ruby to lose. No, they're gonna do Ruby Maka. They're just gonna either do the scaling wrong for Maka, or they're gonna like push it back as far as they can. Sounds like your mom.
Likeness?
They'll either make the Ruby is fucking over, or they'll like try and like fuck Marcus scaling over so hard.
How powerful the Fire Force make Maka? I don't know. I think there's something like... I mean, I've heard some people say universal, but I think most, like, at least what VSB agrees on is star level. What?
Nah, Universal was pushing it really badly.
That's what she said.
Most of it, I mean, from what I've read of Fire Force myself and the scaling and like, most you probably get is like large planet to probably star, but more reliably large planet.
Isn't that already more than enough?
Yeah, I mean literally that would put them above even the gods of the verse who are like planet level.
Ruby has nothing. Unfortunately, yeah, Ruby just has a hentai scene and that's it. Nothing substantial or power skill, I'm afraid.
But one pet peeve I do kind of have with this chat is that like I do kind of find it annoying how people seem to want to throw dirt on Ruby at every opportunity they can. Like I get the verse isn't like the utmost of strong verse you can get, but it's kind of annoying when you're trying to like put a verse down all the time.
I mean, do you want to put it down for reasons that aren't power scaling? Because there are plenty. I'm sorry, but Ruby is literally just a series of completely lost potential that was mishandled to the point where it's a joke everywhere now. Even its own fans are getting tired of it. They're more excited for the anime remake than they are for the main series.
I mean, I am.
That's actually true,
Like, I mean, don't get like I watched Ruby seasons 1 through 5. You know, like I was there for the original series, but damn.
I've been with it since the original like show trailers.
Oh, those dude! I remember when they first showed off the show trailers. Like, those were fucking cool. Wait, Soul Eater now has Fire Force scaling? Yeah, spoilers for the end of the series, but apparently there's a connection to Soul Eater. Is Black Star more powerful than Shinrei? I don't know what those are. Colmograph, Soul Ruby, whatever the fuck that means.
It's actually like highly like implied that Shinra is Soul's dad.
Well, Kyle died jumping into a fucking pile of spikes. I guess his real life goals are just bleeding into the game, I see.
I was gonna say, story of my life.
Anyways. If Ruben is clearly biased, they probably won't even do the matchup, or if not, they're gonna hope for another Scythe character to show up. Planetary Soul Eater's a thing now. Whatever the fuck. I mean, if you say so. I've never read Fire Force.
I mean, if all Fire
Bless
Force,
you.
you don't argue for it.
Look at Kyle putting that work in. If only Kyle was half this athletic in real life, he'd be a happy man.
Bruh. Right?
That hot air balloon looks weird. Why are people requesting Galactus for Unicron more than Galactus versus Anti-Monitor? I'm gonna be honest, I think they're just requesting it more because Galactus vs. Unicron was kind of already like hinted and promised more or less, but they didn't do it because of, I think, model reasons?
It was, I believe. I don't know.
Man, you are not been nursing that cough effectively.
They say model reasons, but it's like, I've seen your Nathan Drake vs. Lara Croft. That's never stopped you.
The models have to look like they're worth $1 million, Kyle.
you still can't convince me that fucking Broly versus fucking Hulk was $1 million. Fuck off.
Listen, I don't normally play this card, but do you know how many starving kids could have been fed with $1 million? Was Broly versus Hulk really worth it? Hang on. Nah, I said the matchup's confirmed. They have to do the fight because Ruby's creator died wanting this fight.
Oh.
Well, I mean, yeah, at that point, yeah. Then why the fuck did they take so damn long? They literally got Yang versus Tifa wrong. It's not like they care about getting the outcomes wrong. That's kind of heavy though. Because Planet Eater motif, also Unicron stomps. Yeah, Ryan, we all know your stance on that. Also, I mean, I guess Anti-Monitor would be a better thematic matchup.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I was gonna say, like, I mean, at least as far as I'm aware, he'd be a better thematic matchup than Unicron.
So does like Medusa beat Ultramarine over this?
Alright, Mangler's had to leave us.
I'm not sure, because I know Medusa stopped scaling to Maka herself after a while, so I'm not quite sure. But that would just end up being a case of, like, one character is just so massively faster than the other that it wouldn't even be, like, a point.
I had Ruby ever since they said, oh, his resolve is because of his semblance. That was so dumb. Oh, you mean volume fucking 8? That wasn't too long ago, actually. I mean, Ruby's gonna wait for the new anime to drop, though, because I guarantee you the anime is gonna have better feats than the main show.
Oh, I guarantee you, like, season 1 or 2 of the anime, and then you'll get the fight. Because I guarantee you the anime will make them, like, better.
I guarantee you. I'll call it right now, Lightspeed first season. Dude, there's a lot of things the creators Ruby wanted that never happened, or even when they wanted, or even when they did, it wasn't the way he wanted.
Like a good show?
like for as like impressive as the first like Ruby thing was, the cracks were always there, you know? Like Monty Oom's, like the animation, Monty Oom's animation is far better than what we get these days. But like, I think we'd be lying to ourselves if we like didn't say the cracks weren't already showing from the start.
Well, the thing is, they stopped focusing on the one thing that hid the blemishes. They stopped doing like the big bombastic fights.
Yeah. The Anti-Monitor versus Anti-Spiral. Pretty sure Anti-Spiral takes that.
With the sorry.
That's fine. Don't worry, mate.
Wait a minute, actually.
What did James album was bad? Yeah, it was bad. Hang on. Well, so while Neil's grabbing some water, I guess. James Ironwood is a fascinating example of when you write a villain and then everyone likes your villain better than your heroes. Now, granted, just to be clear, that's not a riff on my end because like I wanted my like all my characters to be likable except for Rin to some extent, but like he's a fascinating example of when they wrote a better character to be an antagonist, but they didn't want you to like him. So when everyone agreed with them, they had to go out of their way to make him bad. It's actually really fascinating. Oh. Is he back?
Oh my god. Finally, it's so much better.
Welcome back.
Anyways, regarding what I was gonna say, with the new recent stuff that got added with DC, Anti-Monitor would sadly beat Anti-Spiral badly, but other than that, yeah.
Oh, alright then. I thought Anti-Monitor was only like 2...
like the whole... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I thought he was only like 2A or something. I thought like Anti-Spiral was like fucking 5D or something.
11D. But So, what happened with the recent comics is they added new stuff like the sixth dimension, yada yada, all that jazz you probably already heard of. That makes Anti-Monitor 1A, or at least his true form. Okay, so now instead of just being just one being of antimatter, he has like this true form that exists outside of creation. The form that he has that operates inside the local multiverse. That version was the one that we saw in Crisis on Infinite Earths that destroyed the multiverse, yada yada.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of stupid lore. That's one of the reasons why comics is so annoying when it comes to that.
Understandable. I'm still pissed off that Blake vs. Mikasa happened because I hate Ruby and love Attack on Titan.
Aren't you guys happy you saved our little flut friend? She may come in handy.
I mean, yeah.
Now go back to the
Hold on.
jazz pad.
Oh, no, you can finish because you probably know more about it than I do.
I was gonna say, in all fairness, I don't even hate the matchup. Like, again, I'm not even gonna sit here and act like that Ruby's like high art, but I do feel like I do really feel like that there are things that are far more worse out there than Ruby, and even then, I think that Ruby initially was good. It's just that it just spiraled down so fucking badly. That's neither here or there. The point I'm trying to make here is that I do feel like there are things that are far worse than Ruby, and I think it's very, very exaggerated, especially with all the shit that I've consumed in my life. That being said, though, I do feel like that Blake and because it was a pretty good matchup in my personal opinion. I don't think it was like the most fair of them all, but it still was pretty good though. And not to mention, if I'm being honest, I don't know about Ruby's fanbase or not, but take or whatever, take it or leave it. Blake was probably like in my opinion, probably one of the better characters in the series, regardless. So I feel like that.
Ruby unfortunately suffers from an example of where technically the two side characters, since while they're technically main characters, but like Yang and Ruby are like the main characters of Team Ruby. The other two are kind of side characters. The two side characters are better.
I feel like those characters are better. This obviously is not just me because that's a pretty rampant opinion, but you know.
Well, I mean, I think it became clear that they kind of realized the better characters were the other members of the party when the new anime is literally called fucking, I think, Weisdom or something. Or, like, Weiss Kingdom. Like, they're clearly focusing on someone who's not Ruby. First off, the novel was good. Second, it's novels. Well, you guys haven't even read the novel. Fight me. Continue.
Anyways, what I'm trying to get my point across here is I do feel like that, like, a lot of the Ruby hate is getting kind of annoying. Because, like, yes, it's bad. Like, it's really bad. But it's like, come on, guys. It's not the worst you could have gotten. It really isn't.
So when the anime comes out and is way fucking better, will you be sad? Then will you be okay with people shading on Ruby even further?
I mean, people can do whatever they want. I'm just saying that, like, okay, come on, guys. This is clearly not the worst thing ever. There's far worse shit out there that you can get.
I feel like you have to go looking for, like, worse shit, though. I think that's kind of where the problem comes in. Because, like, it's not even the case where, like... So Ruby, at least for me, Ruby kind of started dropping off, like, super hard off a cliff after Season 3. I have read your novel, you dick. I'm not referring to you, Pimp Demon. I'm referring to Sparta. Pimp Demon, you and Kyle are like the only people here who have read the novel. If Ruby gets FTL fee in her new anime, Maka probably screwed. I think Kyle said that Ruby scales to light speed, or not Ruby, Maka scales light speed.
It does. She scales above it.
Why can't I tell correctly? I have read your Never You Dick. Neo KH3 gets a lot of shit as well, and that game isn't even bad. Yes, it is.
Oh my god. No, listen. KH3 is... It's something. I don't think it's bad, actually. Matter of fact, far from it. I think it's pretty alright. It's just that it has a lot of potential it could have utilized.
I would like to
That's
point
all
out
we're
for the
saying
record
about
that Neo's belief is that there is no such thing as a bad product. So keep that in mind as he says that it's not bad.
I said this was such thing as an objectively bad product. You can think that it's bad, but I don't think that it's factually, universally, concretely bad.
Alright, look at Ruby Season 5 and tell me that again. Crow was great, actually. Crow was good in Season 3. Season 4. Oh, really? The G1 lowball Krona speed in her death battle? I mean, I'm sure Kyle would agree with that.
They probably updated some stuff, because you have to understand that as much as G1 definitely does kind of set a precedent, it still is admittedly not, sometimes it's admittedly not the death battle itself, so you should keep that in mind too. Although, yeah, a lot of times it definitely is a reminder of what you're probably going to get with the death battle.
The problem comes in is that the fact that we know that some of the people who do the G1 blog are literally part of the research team.
Yeah.
Allegedly, G1 blog, do not do what you do. Allegedly.
Do not sue us. We can't kill liable.
That is an alleged statement. Do not worry. Also, the opinions of all hosts here are their own. Oh yeah, what they did to Adam was probably the worst. Of all the shit people could give Ruby's writing, probably the worst thing they did was Adam. Because Adam started off fine, just like your edgelord fucking katana user, but then they made him an Then they made him an abuser. Again, not
we find out later on that Blake was pretty much an abuser.
Yeah, so not the worst thing, but then the comics, and if you read the comics objectively, at least from what everyone has read the comics I've seen talk about, Blake is more guilty of abusing Adam than he ever is shown in the comics. I think she gaslights him and manipulates him for the most part. I don't really think she does anything else beyond that, though. I don't think she's beating him and shit like that. Although if she was, they would still say he's the bad guy for defending himself.
Oh, it's kind of like Ruby.
Nah. Speaking of Ruby matchups, are you ready for when they decide to do Jetstream Sam versus Adam?
Bro, stop. No, I'm done. I'm angry with you. Mangler and Cow, which do you prefer? Bro.
Ratchet and Clank.
I'm sorry.
I'm not fucking Mangler.
No, you are Kyle here, Neo. Kyle is Mangler. I literally said Mangler left like 20 minutes ago.
God damn it, dude. How? How does this keep happening? Seriously. I'm actually really confused right now. Like, there has to be some sort of psychological reason for why this keeps happening.
But in all seriousness, are you ready for him to basically do that matchup and still try and call it fair somehow?
Well, you know what? I kind of want to match up with Neo if I wanted another Ruby character's matchup.
Neapolitan?
So, what you told me is that you want Himiko from fucking My Hero.
Yeah, fuck it, that works. I don't care. I'm not really too picky. I'm just kind of surprised that she never got a matchup. Anyways, wait, are the people who were downplaying Dante G1 blog part of Death Battle? Allegedly? Yes. Allegedly? Yes. They turned Adam into an allegory for Blake's voice actress, boyfriend abuser. Oh yeah, I heard something about that. I prefer Adam Tars versus Kylo Ren. That would actually be slightly more fair, depending on how you scale Star Wars based off, like, the move. Well, yeah, depending on how you scale Star Wars. That's not the bad thing is that how he lost. No, fucking, the way he lost to Yang and fucking Blake was trash. G1 Blog often has a habit of linking some of their characters, like scaling Zatanna to
Leia.
Thank you, Perleia. I had it. I mean, Junpei versus John is a thing? You mean the self-insert? Nah, dude, what kind of fucking TV show decides to fucking, No. What kind of TV show decides to fucking cut half of the first season to a side character? I'm sorry, but that was the stupidest thing I had ever seen. That was the one thing I hated about Season 1 of RWBY, when they decided to give John his own fucking arc. Because the problem is Weiss gets an arc, Blake gets an arc. You want to know who doesn't get an arc in season 1? Roby! You want to know who doesn't get an
You mean in season 1? That's literally the biggest complaint of the show. The titular character has never had a character arc, even up to now.
I have heard that this season they are gonna like fucking have her break down mentally, so she's gonna get something.
That's funny.
Stop thinking about your sick perverted hentai, Neo. I can feel it.
What was it, bro? I actually swear I was not thinking of Mind Break. I really wasn't. I swear.
Then why did you know what I was thinking of when you said the type?
Because that's the only thing that would make sense for me to think about when you mention pervertedness.
Because you're a sick fuck. I mean, Ark is in his name. Boo! Boo! Oh, Junpei from Persona 3 versus John. Junpei could have no feats and I would still say he wins.
Dude, didn't you know that they're gonna reveal?
Kyle, you cut out there.
Don't you know they're gonna tell John's real name?
Wait. Kyle, you're still cutting out there. He really wants to know what he's going to say, I guess, because he's paused the game. How powerful is Mysterio? Depends on the version of Mysterio.
Say Mysterio from Spider-Man, I guess. Well, if we're talking about the original comics, actually, surprisingly, doesn't have. No, we're kicking in a bit. Doesn't actually have a lot with him, but he does have some good prep stuff, and also technically has speed of light attacks through lasers and shit.
His holograms are pretty
like,
sick.
Seriously, surprisingly, Mysterio actually doesn't have a lot in the comics. It's actually kind of impressing.
Listen, just scale him to the video game.
So is this better?
That's better.
So didn't you know that John was going to get a massive revelation in the next season? They're going to tell you his real name.
His name's not John Ark?
No, it's Miles Luna.
That's good. That's a pretty good one. Mysterio versus Scarecrow. If we're just talking standard, I'd give that to Mysterio, probably.
Oh my gosh, I'm beginning to notice that my voice is starting to lose power.
Maybe that's why they're think you sound like Mangler now.
Well, even then, I still don't think I sound like Mangler. To listen to myself real quick just to be sure.
Is Mysterio always white? As far as I know, yes. But I don't really think it matters if he's white or black, personally. I'm surprised I'm surprised not a single SMT character has been on Death Battle.
I thought he was Mexican.
Wow. No, it's a reference to Rey Mysterio. You disgust me.
I know. I know exactly. Because I'm not going to lie, when I think of Mysterio, it's either Rey Mysterio or that.
Boo! Boo! Racist fucks.
I'm surprised
you just mentioned that question. Well, the issue with Mogami Tensei is it's always been a rather niche series, and like not just now is it starting to like really start to get like really popular. So you're probably gonna see a lot more stuff with it now than you ever would back then.
John Constantine versus Raito exists. That's not gonna happen anytime soon. Well, Zim, you're saying Mysterio can't be Asian. I never said Mysterio can't be Asian. All I'm saying is that Mysterio predominantly so far has been just a straight white male.
For that reason, he's a sinner just for existing.
None of the crimes have anything to do with it, just being a straight white male.
I mean, in today's world, yes, that's a valid reason actually.
In today's world, that's the actual sin, not the robberies. Anyways, even then, like, yeah, I don't know. Depends, because the thing about SMT is that SMT is also, like Neo said, niche. So when Death Battle picks a matchup, they try to pick names that will sell to some extent. no disrespect to SMT, but who's really gonna come lining up for a matchup with Demi-Fiend or something, you know?
Well, here's the thing. That's where you swap it out and be like, Demi-Fiend is fighting Spawn. Everyone knows who Spawn is.
And people are gonna be like, who's that loser with the tattoos?
The loser with the tattoos who's just gonna body Spawn.
The loser with the tattoos is gonna go up and hit Spawn once and kill him, yes. Nice job, jackass!
Trying to get the egg.
You rolled into it! Yeah, volume say turning up G's. No, I think he's referring to just like Neo in general to talk louder, but like, you will know him.
No, I just don't remember. A lot of the deaths in this game are just very uncharacteristically disturbing.
It's just being tased to death by an electronic field. Jackass, nice one, Zim, Lamau. Thank you. Thank you. I worked really hard too. I worked really hard for that one. Lots of characters become popular because of Death Battle. So the way Death Battle works is Death Battle every season will have around 6. Nice one. Anyways, we'll probably have around. I think each Death Battle season's what, like 8 episodes. That was just not fair. I'm not even gonna criticize you on that one. It's like 8. What?
16.
Has 16? So it has like 10 well-known matchups. Yang was not nobody till fucking Tifa. No. Ruby was actually really popular among most of the fucking like nerd scene.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that around that time that was still when it was like in its quote-unquote prime. Actually.
Yeah, Ruby was most liked from volumes 1 to 3. I hear Neo, you want why? Because I turned my volume up enough. Pimp Team was getting catty.
No, I actually can't hear myself a bit. I'm losing my voice, or at least it definitely sounds like it.
So are you saying that the sicker you get, the more white you become?
Oh my gosh.
I can't finish what I'm gonna say there because I'm on YouTube. But I just want you, based off your knowledge of me, just assume how I would finish that sentence.
I know exactly how he was gonna do it.
I hope so, Neo. I hope so. Is Supernatural most popular TV show? Fuck no!
Nah. It's popular, don't get me wrong. It's actually really popular, but...
If they're gonna go off popularity, then why isn't Walter White in a versus match?
Now, call me crazy. This might be a silly matchup. Walter White versus fucking Scarface. Tony Montana.
Honestly, I want it. I actually want that.
Come on. The battle of the drug lords. Come on, let's make it happen.
I'm actually more surprised you didn't go with like the main character from Casino.
Well, we gotta get name recognition. Who the fuck watched Casino?
Dude, that's such a good movie.
Red Desk, I already said it. Wait. Which casino are you talking about to make sure we're on the same page here?
The one with Robert De Niro.
Is that the one where they fucking take the guy with card counting and break his hand with the fucking hammer?
I think it's the one where Joe Pesci puts someone's head in a vice.
Neo, have you played Shattered Soldier? Yes, I have, and it's probably one of my least favorite Contra games. Not because it's bad, it's just that the other Contra games were better in my personal opinion.
Oh, just text me. My texts are actually 10 seconds behind. Tony Montana game version versus Tommy Vercetti. I'm not too sure what Tommy Vercetti brings to the table. That's the guy from The Godfather, right?
No, that's GTA Vice City.
Oh. Game Scarface versus GTA Vice City main protagonist? I think I gotta get it.
I'm gonna give it to Scarface because he has the rage amp.
Not only that, but he actually survives the attack on his house. I don't think like anything in Vice City is that like the guy survives anything that impressive.
The only thing you could say is like the mansion assault at the end of the game.
But he dies there, doesn't he?
No, he lives.
The main character of Vice City?
Yeah.
I could have sworn he's dead.
No, he's alive.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah, he never died. He's actually one of the characters that we know that doesn't die. Actually, surprisingly.
I could have sworn I heard that they killed off his character because the actor wanted to get paid more for a sequel.
No.
Oh, alright then, fair enough. Tommy's invincible to fall damage? That's not fair. Aleph versus Cosmos from Xenosaga?
I already read that. Actually, that's probably a much better matchup than Lev versus the Frothfist. Although I actually actually surprised there are a little bit of parallels between the two, but there's a lot more with Cosmos though.
I don't even think I want to know.
Fuck.
So Kyle fucked up. Not surprising. Does he still get tased on the ground or no?
He can't swim. No. I don't understand why for the longest time GTA characters could not fucking swim. I never understood that.
The Scarface game is not technically canon because the Scarface game starts at the end of the movie. Yeah, it would be a what if scenario. I mean, I think it's still scalable, but like, yeah, technically it's not canon. Who wins that fight, Neo?
Probably more than likely Cosmos, if I'm being honest. Which does remind me, one of these days I really need to start going some of my Xeno related stuff.
Well, I mean, isn't the third game already on the way?
Xenoblade.
Oh, right, they're two different series, right?
Which is still just only a mere portion of the entire Xeno series.
If you say so. Hang on. Oh, nice save there, Kyle. Anyways.
Kyle looks like he's having a good time.
Really not.
Tom beats his XCO, but he has a big gun.
That was the point, actually.
Listen, Kyle's having a great time. He's just saying he isn't so people can, like, fucking, like, sympathize with him more. Look at how much fun Kyle's having. He just died to fall damage.
Shulk versus Lightning? Oh, okay. Shulk is gonna take that, pretty much.
Because he's a wife beater?
Okay.
Go ahead, continue. Go ahead.
Anyways, Shulk is gonna take that, and probably with ease at that. Really.
What's your signature move? The backhand? Continue. I didn't say anything. If it was a what if, I doubt he would have automatically go bankrupt the way he did at the beginning of the game. The reason he goes bankrupt at the beginning of the game is because the rival crime lords took all of his assets. Like, keep in mind that the whole point of Scarface fucking, like, the ending of Scarface is the rival fucking drug lords fucking basically assault him to take everything. His final stand is literally just there for, like, the fucking, like, to try and get something out of it, like, you know, just to give it, like, a badass moment goodbye. But apparently looking up to Tony Montana is bad. Nice one, Kyle. Good horizontal.
Somebody else is on the stream watching me, and they're trying to comment.
I'm sorry, Zim. We know you don't care about women's. I am a avid supporter of women. I don't know what you're talking about. You will not find a greater supporter of women than me.
I mean, you may be a supporter of women, but you definitely also are a supporter of cucking.
Neil, what the fuck are you on about? I'll have you know the only questionable things I find relatively enjoyable is potentially some Fuda stuff. Not your Fuda stuff, you sick fuck, but potentially.
Well, that and also, again, possible cucking. Oh, you know.
You have no evidence to support your... Kyle, did you break the game?
Look at your own story, my guy.
Bro, it's not cucking, bro. It's not cucking. Then why'd you create Rin, huh? Just because my main character may or may not understand that no means no doesn't necessarily mean that I don't support women.
Look, Rin understands the world like this. No means yes, and yes means anal.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh. Listen, I created decent female characters in my novel. It's fine. It's fine. It balances out. Besides, Rin, despite being, like, technically supposed to be Japanese, he's still, you know, white, so, or, like, skin tone white. The movie makes Toy Montana into a tank.
That's just coke.
I'll say cocaine's a hell of a drug. Now, obviously, none of us here would know that firsthand because we're good, law-abiding citizens. Right, gentlemen? I was looking more in Kyle's direction, but thank you, Neil, for responding with an affirmative.
I'm not even gonna ask. Just continue.
I mean, never expected Rin to be an anal guy. I've never actually bothered to sit down and, like, decide the sexual preferences of my fictional characters, to be fair.
Oh my god, you're a step behind a lot of creators.
Well, I mean, I guess not for all of them, at least. So, some of them, yes, because I did have Newhan draw me some stuff, but, like, not for... You drive...
No, serious.
Oh, go ahead.
No, serious. I've always had this question in my... Like, I always had this question, and nobody's really been able to... It was not really answer, but, like, nobody's really gave me the answer that was really, like... That really made me think, but, like... I always wonder, does a hentai, like, artist, like, jerk off to their own works when they're making it, or, like, after it's done, or, like, no?
You know what? I like to believe the hentai making...
Okay, I'll answer this for you. Does the chef enjoy the meal he makes?
No, that's a valid point, but the reason why I mentioned that is because, like,
some of the fucked up shit.
Some creators just be making shit just to make shit. It may not be actually what they like, though.
I
really gets off to, like, really gets off to.
I want to believe, as fucked as this sounds, every hentai begins with the artist jerking off to the idea of they want to draw, and after they're done jerking off, they use their post-nut clarity to draw it. I want to believe that's the creative process for a hentai. You know, I should ask Newen sometime. He might know the answer.
Oh my god, I know you just mentioned this way back, but I still find it funny that you're still fucking talking about the image.
I've seen some shit in my day, and while it's not the most disturbing thing I've ever seen, it's just enough for me to be like, why? Because it's also supposed to be such a wholesome story. No, you know what? The only thing I will say is that at least it's not her doing it with the dad.
Stay alive. Stay
That would have made it so much funnier, though. Damn.
Bad Neil. I was stopped by a kid yesterday when I went home from work. We talked about a cat. Oh, that's nice. Why does a kid randomly stop you from going home? Fucking... I would not write a lemon that involves yaoi, gay stuff, fuinari, or blood.
I'm not write a lemon that involves... Yeah. I know you're right, but...
No, I mean, go ahead if you want to say something.
I'm not even gonna touch that.
I guess technically, I don't really mind two of those. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, eh. If the story needs that, then, like, you need Jesus, by the way, Neo. Yeah, because Neo's the worst one here.
Wow, I'm actually flattered that you think that.
You're talking about fucked up picture Neil posted on the meme channel? Yes, that horrendous thing. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I don't really mind. I mean, like, I don't write lemons personally because I feel like if I write lemons, they're like the cringe. I did write one sex scene in high school for a story that hasn't really been worked on. I did have Newhan draw some of the characters because I wanted him to, but I did draw one sex scene in high school, but write it. Didn't finish it, but I don't think I'd ever be comfortable sharing it with people.
I'm gonna say. Fuck it. I think I mentioned this before, but maybe not on stream or not. But I actually have a history of writing fanfics for Final Fantasy, actually. And
There's
that's all
nothing.
I'm gonna say.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know, because we're gonna assume they're perfectly innocent and not some weird shit like Hojo fucking gangbanging Tifa or some shit.
No. Well, on the contrary, at least it's not as bad as that one what if fuck it, we're doing it. I'm gonna mention it. No, it's not as bad as that one what if fanfic I came across. Like, you remember that one moment where Aerith was in the Shinra building and was about to be experimented on with Nanaki, or Red 13 as he's called initially.
Yes.
Well, okay, so the original goal that Hojo wanted to do is he wanted to quote unquote breed Aerith to make a pure Citra, or make a pure specimen, because he believed that her pure Citra DNA would work well with whatever the 13 is. Well, there was a fanfic that was a what if that plan actually went through, and well, obviously you already know where this is going, and I regret reading that.
Did she end up producing puppies in the end?
No.
You sound so mortified. Holy fuck.
Listen, dude. I'm a degenerate, and I'll admit that. But where I draw the line, or at least where I really draw the line, is when fucking people start doing fanfics with like things that are basically almost like animals. And again, the thing with Red 13 is he's obviously far more conscious and far more aware than what an actual animal is. But come on, look at his form. He looks like a dog. It still feels weird.
I love how Kyle keeps attempting to use his spin to glide, and it only glides like 1 inch forward.
It's not like Jack 2.
She just said, "Can I tell you something?" And I thought, well, I'm not in America, so this is fine. That is the correct answer. I'm writing a fanfiction of Dante One Shot Lemon so far. I've written one with Chris Steve Dead Live, and I'm in a Brian Mojo Valentine, Julie Voth version. Nice. I'm even having Jaden and Kaiba create cover art for it. Oh, that's nice.
Whoa.
I mean, if I'm being honest, the only fanfictions worth reading are just the smut ones. Unless, of course, they decide to go full-on bestiality like Neo over there.
Listen, I didn't make that, nor did I even intend to read that.
I think we have to switch on all those platforms or something.
Oh, the game's giving Kyle a hint. You can almost feel Kyle just giving up. Kyle, are you okay?
Yeah, my dog went behind.
Oh, okay. Anyways.
Besides Final Fantasy, I also did some fanfics for Legend of Zelda, Persona, and Mario.
FBI, open up. Mario, what the fuck? What do you...
I'm not going to explain myself.
I'd be in jail if I was in America. Prove me wrong. You would not be in jail, but you probably would be on a watch list.
God. That's funny.
I plan on creating a fanfiction with plot at some point.
Oh wait, there was also that one time where I was like heavily into Italian. I've actually made like one fanfic for that. Oh, okay, fuck it. I'm done talking.
Alright, so while Neil continues his journey of all lolly hentai he's made,
What? Doesn't even make sense. I'm telling you, it's all dudes.
Even worse, Shota? Yeah, I can play this card even further. What's wrong, Kyle? Did Kyle die? Oh, that's fucked. You can't touch the fucking things twice. Oh, I'd be so mad if I was Kyle. Oh, looks like he's got it. That's a fucked puzzle. Yeah, because there actually is like technically like 2 moments in the first novel where there could have been a smut scene. I just didn't feel like writing one. Bless you. Yeah, I know it's a cop, but bless you nonetheless.
It's good. Actually, on the same note, I remember seeing... Wait a minute. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Last Final Fantasy talk I'm going to mention. I remember reading this one fanfic. It was kind of funny to me. I remember reading it way back, but it stuck with me the most. I remember reading this one fanfic where like fucking Tifa and Aerith were like fighting over Cloud, and he just decides to go the extra mile and just choose Yuffie over them because she was less annoying to.
Fuck!
I can find the fanfic. I will link it. It was actually pretty funny. I love it.
Is that how powerful the Dragon Age verse? You know what? Off top of my head, I don't think it's that strong. But I'd have to re-go through the franchise because they do talk about meeting the make or like finding out the seed of the maker and shit. Inquisition's the one that throws that for a loop. I don't think it's that strong normally, but it's got some pretty good like abilities for sure. I'd play it on stream, but none of you guys appreciate culture.
Still haven't even played a Dragon Age game.
You haven't played any Dragon Age game?
Nope.
Just play Origins.
Not at all.
Just play, if you ever get a chance, or if you ever want to, just play Origins. Don't even look at Inquisition. It doesn't exist. Don't even fucking look at it.
Here's the weird thing. You'd think for someone who's like a huge fan of RPGs, like fantasy games, you'd think I've played like a lot of the ones that people talk about, like for example, Witcher, stuff like that. Like yeah, you'd think I'd play that, but those things I haven't actually really played.
Boston.
Have you considered the possibility that maybe you're just a hipster?
No.
You're a fantasy hipster.
Okay, sure, fine, man.
All right. You're right. You played Lord of the Rings games at least, right?
Yes.
Okay, including War of the North, of course.
Hell yeah.
Say again.
Including War of the North, Neil.
Actually, oh what? Hold on a second. Just to be sure we're on the same page here.
Oh, don't tell me you're missing out.
Oh my God, yo! That brings back. Yes, I have. This brings back memories.
Good.
Yo, okay, I'm sorry. I actually love this game.
Good. Any self-respecting fan would, because War of the North is actually a really good game.
Right?
I haven't played the game in forever though. I literally forgot, bro. Oh my God, it brings back so much memories.
Did you guys play it in co-op or not? Because I played co-op with my brother.
You made any Mega 10 fanfic? Actually, I have. Actually, quite a few. But here's the thing. You'd think that since 3 is my favorite, I'd make a lot for that. But I've only made one for 3, and the rest of them were for 4.
Fusion events are the worst. Well, Samaj, so you changed your mind real fucking quick on that one, aren't you?
Here's the thing. Lord of the Rings has really good games at times, more than what they really should be. Yeah, no, what was I gonna say? Back on topic. It's just, yeah, no, a lot of the RPGs that people like talk about and like praise a lot, I just never bothered to touch because it just either never suit my interest or I just never really had time. Well, that and also just the fact that when I say I'm a fan of RPGs, I like more classical RPGs at that. So. Oh, Conquest in my opinion is the best Lord of the Rings game, just hands down.
Was never able to get a copy of it.
Bro, you missed it. You missed out. That game was fantastic.
I Max have said I didn't wanna. I'm sorry, Samaj. Anyways, Nero, how powerful is Saints Row? Well, I don't know a Nero here, so that must be you, Neo.
Well, at least I'm not being called Mango now, so that.
I guess it's a step. It's accurate.
I wouldn't take that as a compliment because depending on if they're Italian, they're calling you something else.
Oh wait, wait a minute. I'm looking that up now. Oh God, I'm scared of what the fuck.
Come on, guys. No one here's racist except for me. I think it was a typo.
Okay, I'm looking up what that means.
It means black. Don't worry, Neo. I can tell you what it means next time you need help with that. I can inform you.
Oh, that is funny. If that was intentional, Oh, that is gold. I didn't even think that was gonna come out to be that. I thought it just meant like something for like like how like what gringo is to Mexicans. I didn't think it meant that.
Anyways, fucking
What are you? Well, what are you waiting for? This
Anyway,
bellows getting itchy. It's time down Dead Man's Gorge, and we'll
Conquest was the best Lord of the Ring theme. I absolutely loved it. And wait a minute, was there something I was supposed to be talking about? Sorry.
I don't. Oh yeah, how powerful Saints Row.
Oh, Saints Row, it's pretty interesting. Okay, so like, here's where you get your two things. You have like your God tiers, and then you just have everything else.
What? Fuck you.
Okay. But in all fairness, like you have like God and the devil. Yeah, I'm sure you guys already know that those are fake. Those are two beings that actually do exist in the verse. Depending on how you scale them, you can get them like outright universal if you want to go there. But at the very least, I do remember you can do some other stuff. Like there's a lot of shit for both respective characters. Just to be honest. But beyond that, Saints Row as a verse is just even then, Saints Row still is a pretty decent verse because with the introduction of 4, there was like superpowers, there was like planet busting stuff. Like there was some pretty interesting shit. But even before that, even 3 had some pretty interesting stuff as well too. Also, no, Saints Row was more powerful than what it actually really should have been. Just being honest.
Yeah. Since Nero name mean black, does that mean he can say the M word? No, I don't think Nero can say the M word, I'm afraid. I don't think he gets the pass just because his name just means black. But it'd be a compelling argument.
I actually didn't know that that's what that meant. I was like, wait, what? What would that be? Why would that be possibly worse? But then it's like, oh.
It's okay, Neo. It's okay. Someday they'll type your name out correctly. Anyways, yeah, no, we'll go back to smut scenes for a minute. Yeah, I think it'd also be weird, right? A smut scene with someone in a wheelchair. I could try to get fucking Ewan to do a comic off it, but no. Apparently, Ewan's family is a bunch of prudes. Nah, poor Newhan. The way he talks about it, it sounds like he's like a perverted dude in like a fucking Protestant like 1980 or like 1880s fucking city.
Those potentials being sealed away.
Your village needs you, boys.
Kyle, fix the fucking eco beams.
No, I'm going off the AZs.
What the fuck are they?
At this point, I think Kyle is just trying to take what he can get.
I'm trying to get through this as quickly as humanly possible.
Well, again, how many actual precursor orbs do you need to beat the game?
A lot.
It's like what, like 100 something? You big old pussy. Actually, how many?
More.
Here, let me look up how many you need to beat the game. While Kyle's being extorted by a statue again.
For your gift, another power cell is yours.
Like, we didn't get to go to Misty Island.
Well, that's fine to do.
People hate Saints Row 3, 4, and Get Out of Hell, but help the verse power scale. Here's the thing. Saints Row 3, from what I've seen, a lot of people actually do kind of like that game, but also it's kind of split. I actually really do like the game itself. 4 is where, a lot of people, either people hate that game or they like it, and they really like it. Although Get Out of Hell is like...
Kyle,
yeah.
how many precursors power cells do you have?
40.
You need 72 to beat the game.
Ooh, alright.
Alright.
I really like Saints Row 3. It
Yeah,
was really fun. Saints Row 4 was pretty alright too, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of didn't like the superpower angle, truth be told.
It got boring real quickly. Red Dusk, buddy, why didn't you go to sleep? Like, normally I never stream this late. I'm only streaming this late because Kyle showed up late. I want to give him, like, a decent amount of time to get through this game.
Trust me, it's a whole new experience when you're
No one whispered Sonic, Pimp Demon. I assure you, especially with all our conversation tonight, no one whispered Sonic in any capacity. Not in the slightest.
I can confirm. Somehow.
Anyways, Red Dust, buddy, you should get some sleep, man. Sleep's important. I mean, granted, I don't sleep till like fucking like.
Oh.
Kyle, it needs blue eco. What is wrong?
No. Get out of the water, get out of the water.
I don't have to work until the afternoon so I can sleep in. I see. Keep in mind, guys, the streams will always be on afterwards unless we say something really bad.
The only people hating Saints Row is superpower. Okay. Which fandom is worse, Ruby or Sonic? Not even a question. It's Sonic's fan base is far worse. Like, Ruby's fan base is bad, don't get me wrong, but Sonic is a whole different level of...
Listen. Which fan base draws their characters as public urinals? That's all I gotta say.
I beg your pardon.
No. You don't find... No. You want to talk about weird shit? I can find like 10 weirder shit for that Sonic fans have done that outweigh that, and I'm not even exaggerating right now.
Yes.
Also, Sonic fans kind of also have to take an L because of Chris Chan, but that's just obsessionally bad. He doesn't count entirely.
How Sonic fan base bad? Their degeneracy is probably the worst you can find on the internet. Probably
not even just that, but like, not even just that, but like Sonic fan base in itself just also tends to be very toxic, very hostile, and so on and so forth.
Ironic, given they're supposed to have a chill character as their mascot.
Yeah. You know, Sonic fan base is one of the worst fan bases out there. It's just very toxic, very... Yeah.
That's a good robot. Fuck, you still gotta get another 30, you still gotta get another fucking 34 more, I think. No, you need 74, not, actually, no. Well, I think 72 is what you need, not 75, but we can check that out next stream. Since you're not going to be getting anywhere near close to that. Oh, ready, go. That increases your physical attacks. Thank you, Daxter. I already said that first! So is Funk fan base more worse than DB fan base?
Yes.
I'm going to have to say yes. Thank you, Zim, for saying yes before me. By the way, does anybody want to read the Dante Christie lemon I made? I'll read it.
We remember what happened the last time we were here.
Oh, he's doing a boss battle.
It's an ambush, Jack.
Thank fuck Sacred Beast Working Fusion event. Oh, do they? Sweet. I'll probably use them then.
Should I go for backup? That looks like it hurt. Should I call for backup?
Can I just say how fucked it is that these screens probably inspired the Arkham Asylum shit?
Yeah.
What are the degenerate things that was made by Sonic fanbase? I already gave you probably one of the more, like, worst examples. They'll draw their characters as public urinals actually being used.
Bro, just look up.
Nah, you're lying. That doesn't exist.
Bro, just look up. Just look it up, bro. Like, you can literally find this.
No, I will not.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. I didn't even realize. Actually, I just didn't realize what I just said. Don't actually do that.
No, Kyle, you should look it up, Kyle. No one else should, but Kyle should look it up. The other game fan worse than Sonics are console peasants. Are you?
Not really.
Are you serious?
Not really.
The irony of your statement is so fucking palpable. You understand that, right, Ryan? Nah, if we're talking the worst if we're talking a worse community of people, video game wise, or at least degenerate, I don't think anyone beats Sonic degeneracy wise in the video game community. I don't think anyone else has like a leg up on Sonic.
No, I literally cannot name it. Like you can maybe name some outside of gaming, but in the realm of game, I can't really name one. I just can't. It's hard, if not impossible.
I can't think
And
of.
even,
I can't.
sorry, my bad.
No, I was gonna say yeah. I can't. Like even outside of it, I have to struggle to think of one. I thought you were just exaggerating about the public urinal. I wish I was. I want my innocence back.
Oh my god! And don't even get me. Fuck it. No, we're going down this rabbit hole. We've already went here. Fuck it. We're doing this. Well, and this doesn't even account. This doesn't even get into the fact the amount of war shit, the amount of scat shit.
Oh.
No pun intended.
Yeah, I was saying that.
What?
The amount of feet porn, the amount of fart porn, bro. Like literally, just about every porn, every type of porn, whether degenerate or not, has a Sonic in it, and probably a high amount of Sonic in it.
This man legitimately saw the red flags, and unlike me, who just bailed immediately, he's like, I want to see if it goes further.
Oh no, even if you want to go shitty behavior and tendencies, Sonic fanbase is probably still.
Well, hang on. How much does Chris Chan, like, boost them up?
Oh no! Oh god, no! Chris Chan is like a booster. Is like a booster shot to this shit. He's like the backup for this.
It's all like, oh no, we're being beaten. How bad we can be? Don't worry, we still have our secret. He's like the Master Chief of their group.
Nah, but no. Even if you want to talk about shitty attitude and tendencies, Sonic fanbase is still one of the worst ones you can get. Like there's like keep in mind, Sonic fanbase is like one of those ones where like if you say something, you can potentially get harassed and pushed to suicide.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I shit you not. You show me Sonic characters being used as the urinal, and you will make me suicide. Dude, I've already got like chronic lethargy. I don't know how the fuck you made me feel worse.
Oh no, bro. Listen, I don't know, man. Just, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of shit that I got exposed to that I wish I didn't was from Sonic shit. I'm not even exaggerating, and I don't even seek this shit out. It's just like, bro, how did this happen?
I want to imagine that maybe someone cursed the Sonic fandom. I just messaged you, Lemon. All right. I'll probably read it tonight or tomorrow, and I'll give you some feedback on it. How good is Master Chief's luck? Incredibly good. How was the Sims fan base? Sims is pretty good, actually. I like the Sims 3. Sims 3 was a fun game.
Sims has a fan base?
I mean, it has to. The games keep coming back, and they're worth like $1,000 a piece. EA teases 4 new games, including a new remake and a major IP. I hope they don't remake Dragon Age 1, because if they do, that's gonna be fucking trash. Their remakes are gonna be garbage. Not good enough to be Atriox. We don't talk about that. That was bullshit. I'll tell you who cursed the fan base, Sega, because they keep shitting out shit games. Not every Sonic game that came out was bad. To be fair, I think this... It's not so much that the Sonic games were bad, it's that by comparison to the fucking competition, they weren't up to snuff.
How was the Supernatural fan base?
Extremely gay.
I was... God damn it. Oh, okay. Well, you're not sugarcoating it then, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry, Neil. You're right. I didn't give you the chance to speak.
No, I mean you're not wrong. That's just straight up is the truth. And not only that, but also really into incest.
Oh, so they're decent people then.
Okay, bro.
It's like the Devil May Cry fan base.
Yes, apparently. Well, actually, yeah, exactly. The Devil May Cry fan base.
Dude, the amount of Dante on Virgil, Virgil on Nero, Nero on Dante, all three together is just fucking disturbing.
Well, to be fair, I think that's mainly women drawing it.
Are you hoping?
I don't give a fuck either way. I'd rather have bad.
Let's be honest here.
Go ahead.
Let's be honest here. All three of them have things that a lot of female will find attractive. That's kind of also why a good part of the fan base are like female.
I've come to realize that at least on the internet, women are as degenerate, if not more degenerate, than their male counterparts.
Yeah, because they don't have to hide it. Women on average are like fucking worse than men. They just have to hide it.
Come on, Kyle, stop lying. Women
Dude,
are pure souls.
I have literally gone out for drinks with female coworkers, and fuck, you think we have filthy conversations? Some of their shit made me like actually uncomfortable to sit around.
You know what? I've always wondered why you never criticized me making that girl with the wheelchair like super fucking horny. I guess
because it's like uncannily like accurate.
I was gonna say, I guess you've had some bad examples then to work with. Would there be a lot more Dante's virtual hentai content if one of them was gender swapped? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, because honestly, well, there might be more popular stuff. I wouldn't say there'd be more of it. Because yaoi artists not only get paid a lot more, but they're a lot more motivated to draw that shit. Come with the perks, I guess.
Oh, you think that's crazy? Dude, that still doesn't compare to furry artists.
Oh yeah, like I've heard repeatedly from like artists and even like fucking I think Newen at one point said it that like fucking if you do furry shit, they pay you fucking bank. Like if you do furry not safe for work stuff, they will pay you bank. They don't even care about like just as long as you're willing to draw it, they're down for it. I guess the imagination is just good enough to handle it.
I don't know, bro. It's, like I remember there was like a someone spent like what was it like thousands of dollars worth of commissions for Starfox porn or something like that, I believe.
Ooh.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you say that like it's crazy, but like considering most artists on average, where's the lady in Trish hentai content? No fucking where.
Cause you know what?
You want it? Make it yourself.
I was gonna say, cause you know, well, they may be fans of yaoi, they're not fans of yuri.
See, but maybe if we got some foodish in there, maybe they'd be more willing to do it.
Oh god, no.
Specifically with lady having the fuda.
No. I've come across way too many fucking Fuda fanfics. Way too much like here's the thing. Sometimes you're going into a fanfic and you think, okay, it's gonna be pretty cool. But then like, oh wait, it's Fuda, but wait, where was the tags that I didn't see? Oh, it's hidden right beneath all those like thousands of other tags.
Neo? Oh no, this is terrible. Me? Alright, things just got interesting. The only time Fuda is really weird if it's Fuda on male. That's when it's weird. This is just gay with extra steps. That's how Kyle thinks of me.
No, it's just trans.
My point exactly!
Oh my gosh.
Since Devil May Cry 5, Nico's getting more fan art than Lady and Trish. Zim to Neo, pass the sauce!
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, we usually don't stream this late, so
I wanted to talk with you two about something serious.
Oh, something serious.
There appears to be quite a bit of lurker activity on Misty Island. I can see them bombarding the precursor.
I think with Nico, it's with the glasses, because glasses on female is automatically hot.
To each their own, I could see it, but like I wouldn't say it's like an instant like fucking hit, so to speak.
It's time for you to prove your worth. fisherman to let you take his boat back to Misty Island. Get to the top of the precursor.
I'm not even gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. She does look like somebody who I actually would try to fucking go for though. In real life, I'm not even gonna fucking lie though.
You mop my floors. They seem to have lost their shine.
Alright, so we've got enough to do the next boss battle. Do you want to do the next boss battle, or you want to leave it for next time?
How long do you think it take for you to do that?
Maybe 10 minutes.
All right, we can do. We can still stay here for like 20 minutes. Then I'll cut it because I usually get off like 20 minutes from now, anyways. Hey Neo, which character do you think is cuter, Megumin or Blanc? No.
That is hard. That's like picking between. That's like literally picking between my own children. It's like, come on, I can't do that.
Oh, you can't do that, huh? All right. All right.
The worst SF character? Oh, that's kind of hard to pick. Despite no, you'd think that'd be an easy choice, but there's actually kind of hard to pick.
Does popularity matter in this regard?
Even with the tattoos, bro. Listen, dude. I've hanged out in quotations with females who have fucking tattoos. That's not new to me, man.
Yeah, didn't you guys know Neo has a tramp stamp?
Oh, gosh,
Anyways,
these days, man.
one of these days you're gonna what? Come beat my ass over here on the West Coast?
Great. You have the cells for the
You want gas for prices the way they are? Good luck.
In all seriousness, I don't know how to answer that. I don't know who I can say is more cuter per se. It's kind of hard. I think of them as cuter for different reasons. Blonde being more so that she's more adorable when she's not like fucking surrounded by people who piss her off constantly. Meanwhile, Megumin is just actually, I don't know how to describe it. It's weird.
All right, people are like Neo because she's black. I mean, she is technically black, but she's like. She's I don't want to say this without sounding super racist. No wait, that came out wrong. I want to say this without sounding super racist.
Oh god.
But like she's kind of what I've heard other black people kind of say, like it's kind of like not really black because her skin's too white.
Listen, dude, don't even get me started on all the battle between light skins and that's something that is just, oh boy, that is a whole can of worms, and it's very intriguing.
Hey Kyle, don't you love how Blue Eagle can build this giant bridge, but it can't get a box close to you?
Lightning is the worst
no.
character by far.
Chris, punch it.
I wouldn't even say that Lightning's the worst character in Final Fantasy. Don't get me wrong. Well, for one thing, the later games at least kind of give her something. Like, granted, they give her at least something to work with, so she isn't entirely fucking garbage. But I still wouldn't call her, like, the best.
Son of a bitch.
or anything like that.
Kyle, you got this, buddy. You're doing great. Never mind, you just died.
I'm trying to think who I would say is the worst Final Fantasy character. That's kind of hard. Because I'm also considering the side stuff as well, and like, it's kind of hard to pick.
What is fucking hating? Why is this guy so much harder?
Can I say? Oh my goodness, caught that already. Can I say Guy from Final Fantasy 2 because all he did was die?
Well, sure. I mean, I was gonna say because like, damn.
I'm sorry. I could say Warrior of Light, but there's not enough of a character there to criticize. What? Say it. Well, I guess with the city he does have a character to be fair, but his character is literally just I have to defend the light. Garland is bad.
Well, in all fairness, you have to understand that the Warriors of Light themselves are meant to. Well, it also comes with the fact that Final Fantasy 1 in itself was meant to be the most D&D inspired of the games. So with that being said, the extent that the characters are basically you really want to envision them being, hence why the characters literally don't have names beyond what you give them, and they're just literally classes at that point.
Yeah, you have White Mage, you have Black Mage, you have Warrior. I don't know if Thief was in the first game.
What was?
Thief?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I like how they
Then you
don't.
have.
Oh, what?
Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna read the comment. You can finish first.
And then there was Monk. Oh, that was it.
Monk was in the first game.
Yes.
Huh.
It was in place of a. Well, initially Monk was supposed to be what Fighter is, but like now they're two separate things.
Alright, I'm gonna go play Fable 3. See you guys. Later, Smith Demon. Thanks for stopping by, mate. I like how I don't show Jack and Dex screaming at guys painted lava, they just sink. It is a kid game. Some Final Fantasy fans hate Noctis more than Lightning.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be real here. You can hate Final Fantasy 15 for a lot of reasons, but its characters are not one of them.
And I was gonna say that like, well, one thing I don't even hate 15. 15 was actually pretty alright, but also too, Noctis is that's actually probably one of my favorite characters in the series actually, and it's kind of insane too. I really do like Noctis, and his whole journey was actually probably like one of my favorite things about 15 actually.
I remember you were here for it yesterday, but they were like, we were talking about the villains a little bit, and fucking someone was like, it's like Arden's probably one of the worst villains in Final Fantasy, and I'm like, bro, you did not just say that.
I disagree actually. I think he's probably one of the best villains actually, and obviously I'm not alone on that. But at least okay, it kind of depends. I think he's a good character, but I think he's the best villain in terms of what he accomplishes and how he carries himself. Probably one of the, if not, well, not the best, because still nobody is beating Kefka, but yeah.
As long as you don't say Sephiroth in it.
As long as the answer, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think Sephiroth.
I don't want to hear that the spokesperson for L'Oreal is the fucking best villain.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
No.
Oh, go on.
Oh, sorry, go on. I was gonna say no. In all fairness, Sephiroth gets too much hate. In all fairness, he's a far better character than what people actually want to admit. I'll say that at least.
He's the weakest villain in his own franchise.
He also gets way too much love than he deserves.
I'd like to point out that the villains in the side stories were better than him. Not like physically, of course, but like written. Genesis had a better written arc.
I was gonna say, you're talking about Genesis.
Yeah, I'm talking about Sephiroth but red and with brown hair instead of white. X-Death is way greater than Sephiroth. What about Angeal? I wouldn't call Angeal a villain. No, I'm gonna be honest. Crisis Core, like, narratively is probably the best story Final Fantasy produced. Or, not Final Fantasy as a whole, Final Fantasy 7 produced. Not as a whole.
Yeah, perhaps. I can definitely see that. It definitely added a lot of good stuff to it. I will say that at least. It's actually really... I don't know how I feel about this statement. I don't disagree, but I don't know how I feel. Like, yeah, the Crisis Core was actually pretty good. Not only really good story-wise, but it actually added a lot of more nuance to what the initial story of 7 had. So it's like, yeah.
I also think Zack's a better protagonist than Cloud.
I mean, sure. I don't know how I feel, because I don't disagree. I can actually understand that.
Zack was such a better protagonist that Cloud literally thought he was Zack.
He was just traumatized, alright? No, actually, seriously, he actually was just traumatized.
Alright, Kyle, so do you want to get through this one area so that way next time you don't have to do it, or do you just want to call it quits there?
No, I'll get through this bit, activate the teleporter, and we'll fucking stop.
Alright.
He has Stockholm Syndrome at this point. Poor man.
I mean, it wasn't as bad as fucking what happened to, So, funnily enough, Kyle has died almost as much as Devil did yesterday playing God of War. Kyle, you are 3 deaths away from matching Devil's death counter.
Steph.
You motherfucker! Don't try and jinx me.
XF is in my opinion. Well, here's the thing about XF. XF is kind of a bit weird. A lot of people don't like. Well, a lot of people either don't like him or they just don't really give him the respect that he deserves. XF may be like an antagonist that might be quote unquote generic, but you have to understand that Final Fantasy V wasn't really meant to be a serious game. So XF has a lot of things about him that like is meant to like be a parody of like a lot of antagonists in the series and just in general with RPGs. So you have to come with that mindset. But also beyond that, XF is also really commendable because he's actually probably the most accomplished aside from Kefka.
Kyle, what's wrong? You okay?
Yeah, it's probably the furthest I've been because I usually get 2 boards of the game at this point.
Oh, you already made it? That's fast. I think Kyle's at 50% of the game now.
Yeah, we'll probably finish it like next stream.
Yeah, the game's not long. Oh,
No,
nice.
it's not supposed to be.
Alright, Kyle's...
That's the thing, like the game's not long, it's just boring.
Alright, Kyle, so you're ready to do 100% then, right?
Fuck off.
Oh, I thought you died there at the end. X is great because his hamminess is hamminess incarnate. Alright.
The Red Sage's lab is just ahead. Go turn the teleport gate so we can...
I mean, like I said, that pretty much is the summary of what I said essentially. Yeah, no, XF is like not meant to be a serious antagonist. Like, despite that though, he still accomplishes most of what he needs to do. Only lose at the very end.
He's also a tree.
Yeah, no, like again, I'll never understood why that one fact needed to be added.
So, in relation, Kyle has not died as much as Devil would have in God of War.
Dear sister, certainly not. The Red Sage gave up so
Dear sister, certainly not. The Red Sage gave us so little effort. No fun at all.
Gall? Is that you? You've finally gone off the deep end, eh? And Maya, I knew the Dark Eco would affect you both. Nobody ever listens to old Samos.
Poor Samos.
Who done with the blue and red sages?
He's right and no one listens to him.
how special. They have graciously.
DHA destroys the multiverse.
You were wrong,
They
Satan.
have graciously
Sorry, can't be control.
project.
We've left this secret. We can reshape the world. So you can
You're new, rockin' a lice.
precursor now. We've had to scrape by little. We could find this. But soon we will
Now,
land
we've had
to the
to scrape
vast
by, but little dark
Eco
we can find
indeed.
near the surface. But soon we will have access to
You know
the
what?
vast store.
It's probably gonna be probably one of the most, probably one of the most stupidest things I just had to the blue. There was a period in time where I was fucking down bad for Kira.
Sensei.
I'm sorry. Down bad for who?
Shut up.
So upset, Samo.
My guy.
Got big plans
Shut up.
for you.
I'm going to just pretend I didn't hear that then.
Look, I was going through troubling times already.
I don't want to know what troubling times you went through, Neil.
Everything he touches.
We simply must get to that citadel to stop.
Wait, what did he say? Exactly. Don't worry about it.
I said nothing. I literally couldn't eject myself mid-sentence because I already said it.
What's the next protagonist swap? Okay, so I want to deal with the God of War situation we're currently dealing with before I do another protagonist swap. Because we got a bunch of comments in the DMC2 video from God of War scalers calling it out, but like I want to talk about that. Not that bad.
Yeah, do they want to come now after Pinnacle of Combat? I mean, there's 100 scans now. Square up, bitch.
Well, at any rate, so yeah, I want to make a video, and Mangler's gonna be there. God War situation. Well, so I just want to address the situation with the protagonist swaps because they're like you're being unfair. Well, because obviously Mangler scales God War differently from everybody else. So does Kyle. I'm kind of a little more on the neutral end there, but so we go through it. I want to talk about number one. Kratos is given a lot of leeway in the protagonist swaps outside of power scaling, because technically he has no resistance to like demonic corruption. He has no resistance to fear manipulation for the most part. Like, unironically, Kratos would get passively killed by most demons in general. So it's kind of like I kind of want to sit down and explain the situation. Does God War people make response videos to those? No, but they contacted me directly. We talked for a while. But like normally I wouldn't care about it, but they went after DMC2. Which is kind of the problem for me is because like they went after DMC2 because they hear it's the shittiest game and they're like, this is the game that Kratos would obviously stomp, but DMC2 lore wise is in the middle of the series and also is at the point where Kratos would, even with their scaling, start fucking losing. Sorry, I thought I got a phone call.
We can stop whenever you want now. I've saved.
Alright, cool. Go ahead on your stream. Alright, well, so yeah. Didn't hope Kratos resist Fear Zeus's hacks. Not really. He could just attack Fear Zeus.
So this is the situation with it is it's more of a he's not using fear itself to fight. He's more or less just got like a giant power amp. It's literally what the Power of Hope did. They gave him a giant fucking power amp.
Who will tell you that it's the concept of fear itself?
Well, anyways, even ignoring that, like let's say fear manipulation isn't like the main thing I want like to impart here. The point is that from word go, we're giving Kratos resistances to a lot of DMC's passive hacks that would fuck him up pretty badly or would interfere with his ability pretty significantly. Especially corruption, because he has no resistances to the corruption of the demon world at all. It would just turn him into a monster and he'd just be running around. Like, I don't think he resists that in any capacity in any of the games. So I kind of want to sit down and talk about that, because again, like, we also use VSB scaling for most of the fucking protagonist swaps, because that's more neutral ground. Unfortunately, Mangler's gonna be like, well, Mangler's gonna be there, he's gonna give his own takes, but I'm gonna explain my position as well. It's just kind of like a little annoying they came after DMC2. That's kind of why I want to make the video, really, like, is because they came after DMC2. They didn't come after DMC3, which is the one that would have made sense. So I'm kind of irked that they're talking shit about DMC2's power scaling when they don't know relatively anything about DMC. I read some PLC scans. Oh. Wouldn't think. I got like 3 minutes. Realistically, the only PLC scans that like are super well, again, like actually, if you take PLC scans at full face value, then yeah, Kratos just straight up gets fucking stomped by practically DMC3 Dante.
Well, the biggest problem as well is that like because he has no resistance to fear manipulation or madness manipulation, there are literal weapons that we got descriptions of today that do both.
Well, no, so like the problem is that like with PLC is that PLC gives most demons immeasurable speed. Most of it is Dante gaining his 50th Fear Hacks weapon when he has it in his base. Is there any action game verse that's stronger than DMC? I'm sure there's some out there. I just can't think. Well, I guess technically SMT's Raito games are technically action games.
Action game verse. Well, it depends on what you're going to define as action game. I mean, because again, when you go hack and slash, that's very specific. But action game is like, no.
Yeah, I'm sure there's one out there. I'm sure there's a few out there. Anyways, no, yeah, but like, so the thing is that PLC gives a statement for measurable speed that DMC3 Dante scales to. Doesn't Kratos resist siren shit?
No. He doesn't resist it at all. Not in the novels and not in the game.
Even then, though, like, again, so Kratos' biggest advantages would be his power, which, as generous as possible, Kratos gets 2A in base and 5D with hope. As generous as possible. At immeasurable speed. As generous as possible. Pinnacle of Combat makes demons 9D. Shh, shh, shh. Silence. Silence, you. I can feel you dying on the inside. Silence. Silence that scream in your silence that scream in your mind. No, but so like honestly, if you get rid of a measurable speed advantage for Kratos, also what measurable speed for fodder demons was measurable speed for fodder demons. What do you mean? No, like it doesn't really matter for fodder demons. It matters for Dante because that means all of the bosses I know only Pluto. Yes, but Dante scales to Pluto's speed since he can fight him, and the generals of DMC1 can all fight Dante, which means they'd have to scale to immeasurable speed. Which means that demons going forward who can fight Dante, like mainly the boss demons, with the exception of like some demons we can't really support. DMC1's easier at this one because they all come back for round 2. In DMC like 2...
For as much as this might hurt people, this does also help like Sid when he gets Abigail's power at the start of their fight, and like when he becomes Abigail,
because he just blitzes Dante basically. I know, but I'm asking who are the lower demons with measurable speed. Technically, you could argue the Abyss and the Hell Vanguard from DMC3 would have a measurable speed.
You could argue Leviathan and Gigapede as well.
You can also argue, well, I mean, technically, I guess Gigapede is a minor demon, so say. Like, if we really wanted to, we could go off several minor demons. For the most part, Kratos shouldn't have trouble with most of the minor demons in DMC, to be fair. Would you understand that the Pinnacle Combat Scan means 9D if you read it and they say 4 years ago when your power scaling knowledge isn't as sharp as it is now? Actually, I would probably say it's way more impressive, because when I first started, I thought Moon is creating a dimension was super fucking impressive. Like, if you watch my original How Powerful videos from 5 years ago, I'll say, Moon has created a dimension! Oh, Young Zim. Oh, Young Zim, you were so innocent. Isn't Pluton weaker than Illo Angelo? I mean, technically with the scaling chain, yeah, potentially. But, like, so the point of the matter is that, like, most bosses who can fight Dante...
This is the sad and shit thing, is that, like, you could argue that the generals would probably be as powerful, if not stronger, than Pluto.
Remember the Moon this 10D scan thing? Yeah, I remember that crazy fucking meta way back in the day. Random fucking guy said it, and I guess now it's becoming true. Well, actually, I don't know if irony's a bitch, because if that guy's there's no way he could have known this. But if the souls are 9D by default and the fruit sees reality is an illusion, Moonus would be 10D. Motherfucker called it like 5 years ago in a crackpot fucking drug stupor. Back then we thought Universal was at best any series can get. Looks like he finally asked his mother. Oh yeah, because that one guy asked Kamiya, is Mundus 10D? I don't know, ask your mom. I guess his mom finally became a fucking POC developer and came back. Oh, that's funny.
Nah, I'm convinced at this point that whoever's doing the POC scans is a DMC debater, and he's just got the shit for people.
When the fans get access to the official releases. Back then, that battle had Planetary, the best feat ever. Yeah, no, fucking crazy shit back then.
Let's put this out. If Death Battle in any capacity accepts anything from POC, no Devil May Cry character will lose again. Whether they do Lady versus Ceres, whether they do Dante versus Kratos, Virgil versus Sephiroth again, or Nero versus Hellboy, they're not losing.
At any rate, so the point I'm trying to make is that technically, by the time we get to DMC1, all of Kratos' best advantages are gone, and it just gets worse as we progress through the games going forward. He thought SMT was canon in the DMC. I still didn't get that statement, actually. I'm going to see if I can go through Shin's messages and see if I can find it later. Unfortunately, fellas, I'm going to get kicked out right now, so I'll have to talk to you guys later. So thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. Since I am done with my essay, I might do a stream tomorrow to make up for a lack of streams, but it might be a writing stream, so we'll see what happens. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys on the next